I got no idea if this is working or not.
Do you need me for another 2 minutes?
See. What's that?
Do you need me for another 2 minutes?
Well, I just hit the go live button. Why?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I was going to go grab another coffee real quick.
Well, you can go grab another coffee. I need to monkey around and figure out if this is working or not. Here we go. Oh, hey, we are live. Look at that.
Oh, well, guess we're just going to have to keep them fucking hanging for a bit for the obvious fucking thing that we're going to get on to for the moment, for the night. While I go off and grab a coffee, because my timing fucking sucks. And it's fucking 2 in the morning. Hang on, back at home.
Yeah, take your time. I just added Rumble to the thing, so maybe we'll get Rumble going too. Let's see. Okay, that's YouTube. Yeah, this is really dumb and ridiculous. Google signed me out of everything, so I'm still playing catch up. rumble.com/c/exiled opinions. Okay, verifying I'm human. Let's see. Live? Is this no, that's not why isn't Rumble? Why isn't Rumble? Oh, okay. Why isn't Rumble? Let's see, videos, nothing. Okay, so Rumble ain't working. I guess I'll have to sign back into Rumble. I'm sure my payment has been declined. I did a no recently, ladies and gentlemen, and that no was I went and bought something off of AliExpress, even though I really think you should buy American, especially if it's produced American. I broke my rule, and I bought something from fucking China, and I'm waiting for it to be delivered. But I'm gonna find a picture and I'll show you guys. AliExpress.com. Just give me a second here. I don't want to shop now. This. I think it's this email. Okay, hang on. I've got this. Close that account. My orders. Track order. Arrived at carrier facility. Okay. Hang on. As soon as my thing is safe, I'll bring it up. So, welcome back, Farty. You're back just in time for me to share the thingy I bought.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I bought this nifty little toy off of AliExpress.
The Constructicons.
Yeah, it's a knockoff set, but it's a really fucking cool knockoff set. Hang on, let me okay, so here it is, all enlarged, right?
Discount Voltron.
Actually, technically, the Transformers came before Voltron. Because of the weird way Transformers interact with G.I. Joe. So here's a really convoluted story that I'm going to condense down and oversimplify, so everyone has to go look at this documentary called "The Toys That Made Us: Transformers." I believe it's on Netflix, but you might be able to find it on YouTube. It's called "The Toys That Made Us," and the episode is called Transformers. And it starts out in Japan, obviously, with the production of G.I. Joe figures in Japan to make the Japanese children less afraid of American soldiers. Like the Americans after World War II were providing a lot of assistance, a lot of aid, especially in the wake of, hey, we fucked up your country real bad. We're sorry. Let us help you out. Because after war, you don't really have enemies, right? So, especially if the nation surrendered to you, I believe there's a doctrine in uh, the the Geneva Conventions where you have to provide support to combatants who surrendered. Um, but we took it a step further. We wanted to help rebuild Japan's economy, especially in the wake of the war, because if left to their own devices, it would have taken them decades to get back on track. So we started sending a lot of manufacturing jobs to Japan in that era, if only to help the industries there and the companies there, take root. So I'm going to speed run through the rest of the history. They start making these GI Joe toys in Japan. They the toys start to decline in sales, so they start filling in the molds, the GI Joe molds, in clear plastic, and then they start adding gears and shit just to make it, look interesting on the inside. Like, hey, here's this robot toy that you can see through. That became Change Man, I think, or Micro Change, or no, that became Change Man. Um, and then there were some vehicles that went with it. Then Microchange came along. They took the tooling, they shrunk it down, they injected the clear plastic. Of course, they still used it for GI Joe figures, so that's where we get the 3 inch the 3 inch GI Joe figures now. Um, and They came with smaller vehicles, and the smaller vehicles this time turned from like cars into armor or weapons. Then the next step up was, hey, these robot toys are cool. What if we just do the vehicles and turn them into the humanoid looking characters? Um, and so they did that. And then those toys were brought over to the US in the 80s during like a very large economic bridge between US and Japan relations. So we're talking in the span of like 30 years, 40 years. Right? Because what was the 1930s? It 1940s is when World War II ended, like
Yeah.
officially.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like in
45.
the span of what's that?
45.
Yeah. So in the span of like 25, 30, 35 years, there's this increasing like US Japan like collaboration. Transformers comes out as Diaclone in Japan. So they've got these Diaclone toys. Now Diaclone is actually two toy lines that we know of in the West. Farty, can you guess what those two toy lines are? One of them is obvious. Well, what's the other one?
Yeah. Transformers and Machine Men. Or GoBots.
GoBots, yeah. Machine Man is
It's
the
the America
Japanese.
version of it. Because that's what they were
Yeah,
called here, Machine Men.
yeah,
Even in English,
because
the song went, Mighty Machine Men, Mighty Robots. And
yeah.
then
So
the
what
ads were
happened?
like, now you see them, now you don't.
Yeah,
Machine
but what
Man.
ended up happening was they just kept the Machine Man name. So Microchange became Machine Man, and Machine Man is actually the name of the two products before Diaclone. Those two products before Diaclone. Diaclone is specifically Transformers. but they're both Transformers. That's Machine Man is what they came about. But when Machine Man was adopted in the rest of the world, other than the United States, they needed a different name to differentiate the two toy lines, and so Diaclone was born from that need to differentiate from the two toy lines. And it's funny though, because a lot of GoBots / Machine Man toys were put into the Diaclone Transformers line as well. So you had like a lot of figures that were just like that would overlap. And there was a cartoon that kind of had both of them just to kind of sell all of the toys. And they were represented as two different factions on the cartoon. I don't remember what the cartoon show was called. But I think it was just one of those like little 2-minute in between Saturday morning cartoon deals in Japan, because they have those, right? They have these little cartoons shorts that they'll air like on a weekly basis. There'll be like one episode, and it'll be between this show and that show. And so when Diaclone and whatnot started taking off, Go Lion and the other like giant robot stuff started like appearing. So yeah, there's a really convoluted history behind that. And technically Transformers started actually the whole big giant robot thing started way before like the first official mecha anime was even aired, which I find hella interesting. But I ordered back to the subject at hand. I ordered this giant toy, and this is a video of what I ordered. So I just want to play this just to show you guys like how cool this thing is. And I like the engineering on it quite a bit. So like, you can see it's pretty sturdy. And it does a really good job of hiding the robot quote unquote kibble. And the color scheme is great. The molding looks fine. That gun though looks like it needs a lot of work. I was watching a bunch of reviews on it. Not because I wanted to hear what people thought about it, but I wanted to see if the engineering was the same across the everyone's purchases. And so each of these like figures has really like really tight mobility, and they just kind of the joints are good and stiff. They're nice and solid. They're nice and firm. And that was what I really cared about. I'm trying to find the video of them being assembled. Because there is a video of them being assembled. God damn, where is it? Is this it?
Since they're small and these people are really small, is it like the miniature version of like an actual Ford factory or something like that, where the Japanese are actually assembling them? It looks like they're fucking, life
They're
size
like 12
fucking
feet
vehicles.
tall.
But
Yeah.
yeah. And then they put them in these matchboxes and they chuck them on this vehicle, and it drives out of this little tiny factory onto the ship, and it comes to Australia, and this little tiny boat comes up, and we pick it up. It's like, oh, it's a little matchbox toy.
Meep, meep. And it makes that little meep meep sound, that little annoying but like kind of cute beep. There is a yellow version of it too, for the G2 colors.
Yes.
And
yes, I remember them.
Yeah, so the Generation 2 colors. The really cool thing is, okay, so you know how the original Devastator toy has this like wing on its chest that is like its own separate piece?
Yeah.
This is the boom for the crane. Like the boom for the crane, and that's why I wanted to like find a picture. Okay, so here they are in robot, and then here would be the hook toy, like the hook equivalent. So he's the one that would have the crane. And you can see on his back that it's just kind of like folded out and just hanging out there. And then no. And then here it is, like I don't know how well you can see that because the picture's kind of tiny.
Yeah.
But there it is. Like they don't look great as individual like vehicles, but they look pretty good as like a combined thing. And the individual robots are pretty nice looking. So I'm kind of excited. The fun fact is I got both of them party. I got both color versions, and I'm really excited to like get them in. So I'll show them off on air when they come in, or at the very least, I'll send you a picture of it. But god damn, dude, they were a steal. Like $16 for uh a two, let's see, 22 centimeters. Was that 2 meters, right? So that's like about a foot. It's about a foot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. You just got to worry. Got to watch out that it's not the same type of ones, the knockoff versions that we get out here in like Asian $2 shops, where it's like the cheapest shit plastic you've ever seen.
No.
It's like already fucking warping and degrading, and the instant you touch it, that fucking falls to bits. And
no, if it fought, like I did a lot of research before I pulled the trigger on it because I'm like, this is really cool looking, and I've gotten into that. You know how? Okay, Farty can attest to this. Probably because I don't know if you have the same thing, Farty. You have the same thing where like you get fixated on something for a while, and like you just go into a phase or whatever, and that like carries you through.
Yeah, the ADHD just fucking gets interested in something, and now nothing else is interesting, and you can't learn shit until you're finished with this thing.
Yeah. So right now I'm like really stuck in that headspace of like 4 different things. Right now, I can list all 4 different things off the top of my head. Right now, I'm working on a video game, which is several projects folded into one. So there's a lot of modeling going on. Oh, I haven't shown you the new models that I've been working on, have I, Farty? Oh, I'll have to do that in a second here. So I've been doing a lot of modeling, and then to go along with that, there's been a game engine sort of thing going on where like I'm learning how to code specifically so that I can make this game engine. And right now what I've got coded is just a really basic bare bones, and I'll show you that right now because it'll be super fucking duper easy to. I just gotta unplug this, plug this in. But there is a programming thing that's going on with it. I've been really hyper fixated on 3D printing lately. Obviously, because I have the printers, I can just 3D print whenever I want. But this is one of those things where I've just kind of been like really just throwing myself into it. Let's see, we'll edit with idle, and then
Has you addressed the chat yet while I was gone?
I have not. Ducky, what is up,
Hello,
buddy?
Kitty Duck.
Uh,
Just thought a little blue dot. Like, oh, hello.
It's Ducky. I haven't seen Ducky in a while over here. I did watch his Twitch stream the other day. Because I'm one of his mods, but then again, he's one of our mods too. So I think he's one of our mods. Let me YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Ducky, hang on a second. I think you're one of our mods, but I do not remember, so you have to give me a second. Let's see. Switch account. No. This one? Is it this one? I don't remember.
Yeah, well, speaking of getting fixated on some things, like fucking, you ever heard of the Carpenters?
Yes.
Fucking, like I've known about them my entire life, right? But like
Mhm.
back in like 1980, fucking something a bloody rather, Dad mentioned that fucking Karen Carpenter's like I can't remember exactly what he said, but like he sort of made out that she was kind of a pariah, and sort of like yeah, that's stupid bloody.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so it wasn't until recently that I was like saw a video and was like, oh, she can play the drums apparently. All right, this ought to be a laugh. Fucking thinking it was like that stupid bit from the White Stripes, who's basically all she can do is boots, 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 boots. And that's about it because she's got a fucking a bass and snare and a fucking cymbal. Man, she's sitting there with a full fucking kit and stuff like that. And even on the Ed Sullivan show, I think it was, and she's got a whole bunch of different fucking sets. That bitch can fucking play.
She can, yeah. She's really talented. She's She can play a couple of different instruments, actually.
Well, not only that, but she can play the drums and sing at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
Not just like some fucking rhythm beat. She can actually do fucking rolls and inserts and fucking all sorts of shit while she's doing it too, and that's fucking insanely difficult. It's like holy bloody shit.
The only other person I know that can do that is David Grohl, and I can't stand David Grohl. Huh?
Phil Collins.
Oh yeah, I
forgot. Go look up on YouTube. Collins. The Live in the Air Tonight. The live version of In the Air Tonight.
Yeah. Okay, so here's
no, actually, go down that rabbit hole and watch all these cunts get their fucking minds blown when he sits down on the drums.
Oh yeah, when he starts playing,
like he just walks up to him, he's like, yeah, and he's like, hang on, he's not going to play the drums. Holy fuck! What the fuck was that?
Yeah, no, I know he's a good drummer. I just didn't. I just forgot that he could sing while playing the drums. So here's another model I've been working on. This one I'm just going back to, and I'm like trying to fix up because the geometry was just so fucking heavy. But here it is. Like here's one of the character models that I've been working on. What you think, Farty? You likey? I can't see chat, so you'll have to like read chat for me.
Okay, well, Jelly Duck says, hope you guys are having a great day. Well, yeah, I suppose, as long as I don't get into trouble because I'm doing a massive fucking smart ass through, because, like, shit's hit the fan and I usually go into, like, a shit-stirring mood while I'm doing it, so, yeah, I'm expecting on within the next hour or two to be kicked off just about every fucking social media platform that's out here because I've been stirring shit real bad. Anyway, fucking, I mean, hey, it's all fine, lol. Laugh myself.
Yeah, are you on YouTube right now, Farty? Because I can't access the Exiled Opinions thing because I can't get into my I can't get into the email address for it. So you'll have to. I'm so glad that I left you as the owner of the channel because man, I could just make a new email address and get into it. But here's another player character model that I made. What do you think of this one, Farty?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you like this one?
One boob on its chest. It's got one boob on its chest.
I was kind of going for like the.
It's got
like a
one
super
boob for a breast.
Oh my god, Farty. I was going for two things with this. I was going for like a very aerodynamic look, very like non-threatening, but also like subtly horror-ish look, if that makes sense. Because it has no face, so like immediate thought is like, off-putting. The head shape is like it's just humanoid enough to be recognizable, but alien enough to be kind of like, oh, maybe I want to stay away from that thing. Like super elongated fingers. I went with 3 because I'm a lazy bum.
It looks
Um,
like it eats it from its guts. It looks like it eats from its guts.
it, it does, doesn't it? Um, and there's like a whole big lore dump that I made behind this thing. Um, Basically, think you you remember Avatar, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so think of the Avatar thing, but instead of it being like, oh, I'm just gonna, hop into this body whenever the fuck I want and just hang out for a while in it. The object behind this is more like you committed a crime, you're gonna be forced to pilot this thing 24/7. Um any negative thoughts that you have is going to be punished by some sort of like um really fucked neural stimuli, and it's going to hurt like a bastard. And anytime you do anything that or anytime that you have a thought that aligns with uh with legal, with law enforcement goals, or like community aligned thinking, you're going to get a dopamine hit. So basically the idea is to just is to make the convict addicted to doing the right thing. um but as an unintended consequence, there's a lot of dysmorphia that happens because of it, because you're being forced 24/7 without actual sleep to telepresence pilot a robot for your entire prison sentence. So if you get life, that's 30 years that you at least that you're stuck nonstop driving a robot without sleep, and a chemical cocktail to keep you alive and to keep you awake despite all that. So there's some very definite psychological like harms that come from the whole this whole punishment thing.
I wouldn't
Um,
mind it if you were near on Invincible, though. Because,
well,
like,
yeah.
you lose the plot and you'll just fucking go stupid and, like, oh, fuck this, I'm going to go rob a bank or something like that. And you just walk in, walk out, and, like, doesn't matter if the cops are surrounding the joint, you just walk past them, they just shoot the fuck out. He's like, get fucked. Yeah, fucking, you cunts have got to sleep sometime.
uh, yeah. Um, that's not the thing though. That's not the case in that instance though. So,
Nah,
you gotta,
no, it's not like a guyver.
yeah. Yeah, we'll save this. Why not? And then I haven't really done a whole lot with environment stuff yet because I'm trying to figure out, like, again, several different things all at once. And so like I'm doing this little bit, then this little bit, then this little bit, and kind of just juggling projects. I made the shipping container dealy. I think it's kind of cool. I can take the doors off of it. The doors will be animated. So they will like open on these hinges that I made for them. Um, and then if
You should make an animation of it when the doors open, it comes out, and it's fucking holding a bloody pump action shotgun. I paid 5,000.
that would be hilarious. But yeah, I even modeled a little handprint scanner. Like, look at that. I made the material myself. It looks like dog poo, but it glows. See? See?
Hooray.
Actually, here, let me add a little sun here just so you can kind of see what it looks like with some lighting on it.
Sun, 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 up your bum. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Beatles lately too.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Ringo Starr's another drummer that can actually drum and sing at the same time too.
Okay, there we go. Now you can kind of see it in lighting conditions. Kind of nice looking, I think. It does its job as a sci-fi shipping crate, I think. Yeah. And then the last thing I want to show off is, let's see, open. This I have to remodel, but there's this like little wall segment dealy I did that got little glowing tracks in it. I've got to redo the actual wall itself because it's just hang on, separate.
Is IMVU still a fucking thing?
Yes, but no. Like
I was
it's
just gonna
still a
say, like, fucking make a little business like making fucking like bits and graphics and fucking objects and shit and sell them to cunts.
yeah. So the problem is that it's still around, but
No cunts on
it's
it.
become much like Second Life, where no one's around. I could do stuff for VR chat, but to be honest, like the market for modeling for VR chat or for VTubers is just so oversaturated that if you haven't already been on it from forever ago, you kind of miss the boat. Thank you, Ducky. I appreciate it. Now there is. Let me see if I can find the. I did a screenshot, and I don't know if I shared it with anyone. I know I shared it with a couple of people, but I don't remember if I saved it. Oh fuck. Okay, that's okay. I gotta bring this up. Hang on, give me a second here. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, open image in new tab, and then. All right, are you ready, Farty?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hang on. Chrome tab. Boom! I did a hero shot of it.
Hey.
That looks pretty cool, don't it? I mean, the walls are funky, but it looks pretty good, don't it?
Yeah.
And then I have another one here. Let me dig that up real quick. I know exactly where it is. I just need to dig it up. You no here. It's in this folder, and then I go down to here, and then I go up to here, and then I go up to that, and then I go to share, replace share, this, and boom. So here's another lighting test I did. And I think it really does a good job of showing off all of the assets right now as they are.
Your robot's big asset.
Shut up, Farty, you jerk. Thank you, Ducky.
With this one big booty.
Why is everyone so fixated on the fact the robot's chest is like the front end of Speed Racer's Mach 5?
Because didn't you see fucking Dennis Leary's fucking comedy thing, Lock and Load? It's like, you know, everyone's fucking obsessed with tits. So much so that, like, he reckons that fucking you can solve peace in the Middle East by putting a giant nipple on the Goodyear blimp flying it over fucking Baghdad. Oh, look at the tit! Look at the tit! Look at the tit! Oh, tit!
It's Bob's and Vagina all over again. I don't know, man. But yeah, so like the robot
goat's ass over Syria. Don't stop him. See, I told you I'm in a fucking antagonistic mood.
Yeah, you are. So The what I was going for with the robot was you got Jelly Duck pissing his pants laughing here, dude. What's your problem? Fucking
Wait till he
farty.
hears what comes next. Wait till he hears what's coming next.
Christ. So yeah, the whole idea behind the robot was that I wanted something androgynous enough that it didn't really have an orientation, and it would look like it would need to like house a bunch of different sensors and like onboard electronics and everything, but
And a
still
parental
be.
attachment.
Oh my fucking. Farty.
How's it going to use the vacuum cleaner or the blender?
No matter how hard I try, I can't. What did he say? No matter how hard I try, I keep twiddling and still can't get Jazz FM.
That was the nipples.
Yeah, I
So does
know.
this one pick up? This one's got one boob, so it's got one nipple. So does it pick up fucking AM, FM radio, or does it regulate its temperature?
Both. One's a press action, one's a flick action.
That was when you rub it.
That's system
Fine tuning. Fine tuning.
Oh my god. But yeah, like I wanted it to look heavy, and I wanted it to look like it could take a bullet. Thing is I'm like the whole everything that I'm modeling for this game, I have to like think about in terms of how is this going to work in a very hostile environment in space, because the game is going to take place on the moon, and so I kind of needed something that would make sense on the moon. So like the way the shipping container is made, like it looks like it's pretty reinforced, right? Like it looks fairly solid and sturdy, and like it should in theory withstand some pretty good impacts for what it needs to do. And it
So
looks
going on
pretty
the moon, is
secure.
it?
Yes. Okay, Farty. What is it now? Go ahead.
Giant strokes are what you take. Wanking on the moon. I hope my dick don't break. Wanking on the moon. We can wank forever. Wanking on the moon.
Are you also on a Phil Collins kick today, Farty?
So they say, Muzo terrorists are gay.
Oh my god, fucking
fuck
Farty. Yeah. I apologize to you specifically, Jelly Duck, on Farty's behalf. Ducky's Muslim.
Fucking.
Did you know that?
Is he?
Yeah, he comes from Kuwait.
Oh shit. Well, don't take this the wrong way, man, because I'm gonna get real fucking racist here in a sec.
Look, I think there's a difference between calling an extremist within a group an extremist versus calling an entire group of people extremist. So here's an example, right? I'm just going to just give a blanket example. Green people extremists.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's an example. Now, when I say that, some people might say, oh, you're calling all green people extremists. No, I'm saying that there's a specific subgroup in the green people who are extremists, happen to be extremists and green people. Jelly Duck is just rolling on the floor. He's just laughing his butt off.
Okay, so, well, it is a thing that's sort of, yeah, you reckon a beast got fucking woken up when Charlie Kirk got shot.
Oh,
You ain't seen nothing until you've fucking pissed off the entirety of Australia. So I'll take you back to like a thing that happened in 1983. There was a nurse by the name of Anita Cobby, and for want of any other description of her, she was absolutely a perfect angel, right? She was a nurse. She won Miss Western Suburbs fucking 1982 or some shit like that. Even had Neville Wran, the premier, fucking meet her and all this shit. Rather fucking attractive young girl too. Anyway, one night she was walking home from Blacktown Station, and 5 cunts in a car, stolen car, went bailed her up, and they fucking did all sorts of nasty things to her. They basically ran a train on her, broke her arms, broke her legs, fucking dislocated her shoulders, built the absolute fuck out of her, dragged her over a barbed wire fence, and fucking slit her throat. Now, as a result of that, everyone was demanding that we bring back the death penalty just for these cunts. And they had to actually bring out the riot squad at Blacktown Police Station because there were that many people that were trying to break in to get to these cunts. Yeah. They literally had to fucking, bloody kick cunts to the curb. Okay, so recently, the whole point of multiculturalism on a global scale is becoming a bit of a fucking annoyance.
Right.
And everyone's starting to see that I've been right the whole time. It's not that I've been racist. It's just that I've been fucking practical. What the fuck did you think was going to happen, right? If you're going to bring in a whole bunch of people from countries who don't really have laws, and I'm more talking about like the Africans and stuff like that down in Melbourne.
Right.
They come from war-torn countries with no laws and all this kind of stuff. They were probably bloody child soldiers and have been killing people fucking most of their lives. And then they bring them out here and expect them to fucking follow laws and shit that we never fucking tell them about. All right.
Yeah.
So with that, in Bondi, there's that's the Jewish suburb of Sydney, right? And we've already had fucking Palestinian cunts fucking marching across the harbour bridge, stopping that as a basically like, oh yeah, we're gonna fucking take this place over and we're gonna run the joint and there's nothing you can do about it because our cops are too fucking cowardly to go in and crack fucking skulls.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why shit's happening now. They went to Bondi Beach and started doing an anti-Semitic protest and fucking, the coppers, because the fucking government's a bunch of faggots, they decided that the cops were having to tell the Israelis or the Jews to fuck off and leave the Muzzos alone, even though the Muzzos were the ones that were doing the antagonizing.
Yeah.
Fucking. Now, other things that happened has culminated in tonight where fucking two fuckwits went down to Bondi Beach during a massive Hanukkah event, where about 1,000 people were, like families, women and children and all that kind of shit, and they just started opening up. They fired about 50 rounds, hit like something like 19 or 29 people, killed about 10. They got taken out by the cops eventually, like 20 fucking minutes, and like the cop shop's like no shit just around the corner. And in all the footage, you can hear the coppers fucking screaming around all over the joint with their sirens blazing, but fucking none of them there. It took a fucking Christian Lebanese bloke to fucking bail one of these cunts up, and he actually took his fucking gun and opened fire on the second guy, and he ended up taking 2 rounds, so one to his hand, and he tried to run away, and he copped the second one.
Is he okay?
Yeah. He's all right. Fucking a lot of other people aren't, though.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, fucking. There's tons of this footage already out there, and fucking there's even like people filming it, and there's like one cunt's up on the bridge, and just behind the bridge you can see a copper run out and fucking sort of take semi cover behind a tree, and then you see the copper fire 3 rounds at this bloke, and he fucking misses because useless, fucking panicking, and he wasn't the only one. And then the bloke turns around and starts fucking arcing up at this at the cop behind the tree, and then the cops just realise, oh fuck, I'm pretty much out in the open. I'm bigger than the tree.
Yeah,
I mean, like this dumb fuck cop, this dumb fuck cop, right, had all the fucking time in the world while his fuck's back was turned to come up drawn, right, ready to run and gun, and then fucking just go right up close to this fucker and then bloody plugged the cunt at fucking about 5 fucking feet, but he fucking decided, no, I'm going to stand about 25 feet away and fucking try and snipe the cunt. with a Glock while I'm
Yeah,
panicking.
that's weird, man. That's
I'm gonna
fucked
try
up.
and do marksmanship with a fucking Glock when they teach us to do an open outward spiral, so that you got changing trajectories.
Yeah.
So eventually, then once they've fucking actually finally killed these two cunts, there's another piece of footage where you see a paddy wagon rock up, and then fucking the Sheila copper gets out, and she's fucking freaking out like crazy, and there's another copper is basically throwing her around, going to these, wake up to yourself, you fucking stupid bitch.
Yeah.
Now,
See, the problem I
is
have with extremist groups, and I'm just gonna interrupt you for a second, Farty, sorry, but the problem I have with these extremist groups is that they like, let's say, for instance, okay, Ireland for centuries. It wasn't until around the mid '90s when they officially stopped the infighting and they started going, hey, maybe we should, settle the fuck down, chill the fuck out, look internally, and maybe try and kick the British out of Ireland. And
well, it was around the 90s that they decided to form a political party called Sinn Féin, but it was
right.
actually after 2001 when America went basically fucking all terrorists are targets that they decided, well, okay, we'll dismantle the IRA and then just stay with Sinn Féin and try and do it politically. However, on the subject, cunts are that fucking pissed off with what's happening in Ireland. They finally followed my advice and woken up all the Ulster boys. Oh yeah, kneecappings
Well,
aplenty.
the point that I'm trying to get across is that for a very long time, the Irish were seen as just bloodthirsty morons who who didn't know any better and are just constantly fucking drunk all the time. Um
Mm.
and that might be the case, but they like the average American is more drunk than the average Irish person at any given minute. And to say otherwise is something entirely different. But when you think about when you think about the infighting and the IRA terrorists and the North versus South, uh, let's just say the North versus South, Protestant Catholic, war that went on forever, right? Because that again, that didn't really, the dust from that didn't really clear until the mid 90s, early 2000s, when they started going, let's fucking settle down. And there were a multitude of reasons for that, right? But as a whole, and I'm speaking as someone with Irish genealogy, right? With Irish descent, and Irish blood in his veins. That it makes the entirety of the um makes the entirety of the group of people look bad by extension. Like, yeah, sure, you have this little tiny section of a large population, but that it's this little tiny section uh that's fucking it up for everyone. Right? What is the old saying? One bad apple spoils the bunch, right? So
Yeah,
you
so
gotta go ahead.
here's where Australia is going to go and use some insecticide. So this is an indication of how fucking pissed off we are. Within about 2 or 3 minutes of the coppers coming up the shit bags, once they've fucking shot them, a cop's fucking taken a photo of this cunt's license and then posted it in the clear on the internet.
Oh shit.
Address, fucking everything. And they've had to send like 100 coppers down to Bonnyrigg, Browns Road at Bonnyrigg,
Okay.
because the place has been dogpiled. Cunts are coming from fucking everywhere. And this is a message to some cunts who fucking anyone want to think about fucking doing shit. If any cunt fucking hears this and you're thinking about it, it's pretty decisive. You fucking do something, we'll come for you. If you get killed in the process, we're coming for your family, your fucking mother, your wife, your fucking kids, your fucking brothers, your father, fucking every cunt. We don't fucking care.
It
Okay?
reminds me of that one line from Ed, and Eddie. I don't know if you've ever watched it or not.
Mm.
But the dumb kid, the dumb Ed, He was all like, "Don't even think about it. Think about it."
Well, that's basically what the copper did. Now, I'm not fucking saying anything, boys and girls, but
Right.
now
But
do not go to this address and do not harass the people who live there.
yeah, we all know what human nature looks like. So what I was trying to say earlier, and again, I wanted to preface what I was saying, um, by like, yeah, these extremists do make the entirety of the group as a whole look bad because the idea of one bad apple spoils the bunch is kind of like every culture's go-to, right? So when I say that one bad apple spoils the bunch, or when these groups within the larger groups are doing this thing, yes, it's the smaller groups within the larger groups who are just out of their mind, batshit crazy, making the larger group look dumb, look stupid, look foolish, look like uh whatever you want to attach to that group.
Well,
Um
that's kind of a bit of a misnomer in these days
right.
because, like, you have a look at the Somali population in Minnesota. We've got the Palestinians out here. There's fucking Iranians and all sorts of other cunts in England, and they're all doing the same thing. They're running around en masse going, "We're fucking taking over. We're about to jihad yous. We're about to fucking
It
breed
is
yous out of
crazy, Ducky.
existence." All this kind of
Right.
shit.
Right.
So
So
it's
what
not
I'm
just
trying
one bad apple. The whole fucking plantation's been fucking infected.
No, no, no. I understand that there's exceptions to every rule. And I'm 100% I'm 100% on board with that. What I'm trying to get across in terms of how in terms of my way of thinking. So no one can come back and call me whatever they want. Yeah, you
No,
can
they can
call me
call you
whatever you
whatever you
want.
want. You just go, so fucking what? Go fuck yourself, you fucking
Exactly.
stupid fuck.
All what I'm trying to okay, what I'm trying to
Just
say.
get really fucking offensive until they go, oh my god, and then fuck off.
What I'm
You want
trying
to
to
see
say is
fucking
I'm
offensive? You want
not
to see fucking,
oh,
bastardization and
I
abuse
can
and
get
shit?
real
Fucking go
offensive.
fucking double time. Like that's what I do. Like when someone fucking like I'm
Oh my
trying
god,
not to
Farty, will
swear
you?
and hang on, and trying not to swear, right? And people sort of like start to think, oh my god, he's been talking for a couple of minutes, he hasn't sweared, he's gonna drop one. Something, and they go, and you're like, what? You go, oh, you look like you're about to swear. It's like, for fuck's sake, I wasn't gonna fucking swear, but now you fucking thought I was. I'm gonna fucking do it now. You fucking.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to get across is I'm not going to go out of my way to be offensive unless you really like unless you're really get on my nerves. And I'm going to do it in a way that's specific to a person. And I'm going to go after that one person. I firmly believe, and this is going back to what I said earlier, that the perception that one bad apple spoils the bunch is kind of just that, just a perception. Now there are exceptions to that rule. There is the exception that if there's one bad apple in this bunch, then they are all bad. And there are exceptions to that. There are, but the majority of the time, um, you're looking at um individuals within the group being complete asshats. And there is something to be said of, hey, you're fucking it up for the rest of us. It's like Farty, you remember boot camp, right, Farty? You remember when someone fucked up in boot camp? Like,
Yeah, you get group punishment.
yeah, the group got punished and you got off scot-free.
Yep.
What did that do? You remember what that did, right? The
Yeah, we
entire
fucking
barracks.
motivated the asshole to fucking get his shit together.
Oh yeah, the entire barracks. I remember. Okay, so I spent about 2 weeks in boot camp before I got my discharge because I didn't pass the psych exam. Right? I think I've told you all this. And when psych eval came back, they're like, "Hey, we got to send you home." And I'm like, oh, "Bummer, but thanks." So, and that's like halfway through initial training in the States. That's halfway through because boot camp is between 4 and 6 weeks. And that's just to get you on the basic regimen. That's just to get you through. This is what you're going to expect when you move on from here. I would assume it's very much the same way in Australia. You got a couple of weeks of boot camp.
What is it? Fucking 18 weeks, I think it is nowadays.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow. They really.
Yeah,
Okay, because
no, it's no fucking little bullshit conscript. Fucking here's a gun, go down the rifle range. Here's a magazine, shoot that. Now run around for Britain and fucking do some drill. No, fucking, that's just the basic, and then you do your IETs after that. Your initial employment training. So
yeah,
depending on where you go after basic, fucking,
because it.
say for instance you go like if you're infantry, you'll go to Singleton, which is a school of infantry, and you'll end up going to
Right.
Canberra and doing the jungle warfare course, the urban warfare course, all that kind of
So
shit. If you're say you go
here,
to Tanky, you'll go to Puckapunya, which is the school of the school of armored warfare. So you'll learn how
yeah.
to drive tanks and shit down there, stuff like that.
So,
Yeah.
so like here in the States, it would have been 6 weeks if you don't know what you want to do. 4 weeks if you already had an idea. So you would go in, you'd be like, all right, I know what branch I want to go into. I know what type of service I want to go into. Um, and you would tell the recruiter. And the recruiter go like, hey, we can get you in this date, this date, this day. And I guess it was such a short window because we were really hurting for soldiers at the time.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure we're still hurting for soldiers, to be honest with you, stateside. But, um,
Not as much as you were a year ago.
right,
Like recruiting has just
um,
fucking infinitesimally fucking increased since Hegseth got in and Trump got in and they
right.
kicked all the trainees out.
Um, but the point I'm trying to make is that you would go in, you would do your thing, and now I fucking lost my spot. I lost my position here. I lost where I was going with this. Uh, fuck me. Oh yeah. So when I remember when like I was about half a week in, and someone giggled at the instructor, which some instructors are like whatever, and then you get some instructors. Farty will tell you this. You'll get some instructors who are just iron balls, right? And they would go, okay, you think this is funny? All right, hey, guess what? You're all cleaning latrines with your bare hands and a toothbrush. Have fun. Hey,
Actually,
you giggle guy, go do some runs.
actually, I've I've been on parade numerous times, and
Mm.
obviously sometimes I've been the one that instigated this, and it usually is a fart. Someone will fucking drop their guts, and it's usually they're trying to make it fucking quiet, so they're trying to squeak out a little or something
And
like
there's
that.
good
It comes
reason
out like a
for it too.
well, yeah, you're try not to fucking do it so you don't fucking laugh and make every other cunt laugh. But yeah, anyway. But for some reason, instead of it coming out like super quiet, it's the loudest fucking thing you've ever fucking heard, and every cunt fucking hears it.
Well, it's
And
so
you're all
loud
trying to keep,
because
and you're all,
everyone's quiet.
yeah, but you're all trying. It's usually the wrong fucking spot too. Like it's like a punctuation or something like that in someone's fucking instructions or something.
Yeah.
Uh, so like, fucking parade, stand up, ace. Anyway, fucking
And it's so easy to do because the food they give you is so high in fiber. So like you're just constant. And that's the fucked up thing about being in the military is that you're constantly farting,
yeah,
and it shit never gets any less funny.
no, I know. But anyway, so you're there and you're trying not to fucking laugh, and you just can't stop thinking about the farts, and you sort of out the corner of your eye, you see the cunt beside you, or if you're in the middle or rear rank, you're watching the cunts in front of you, like jiggling and shit, trying not to fucking
Or
laugh. And then you hear
or when you
someone
get
snigger like, and then fucking some cunt's just gonna fucking lose it, and then like, the sergeant, company sergeant major, or whoever is like fucking, get it together, shut the fuck up, stop fucking laughing, this is not funny. And it just makes you fucking laugh even more. And then it just, like, the whole fucking section, platoon, fucking company starts fucking pissing themselves laughing. And there's just nothing that the bloke can do. It's just like, all right, fine, fuck it, get it out of your fucking system. And then fucking just lets us go.
And it's really, and you know what the worst part of all it is like you'll get the one instructor, because sometimes you'll have more than one instructor, and you'll get the one instructor who's like, "You're all fucking adults. Haven't you ever heard a fart before?" And so, what's even worse is when you're getting dressed down. Like they're dressed down. I don't know if it's the same for you in the Australian military. Dress down is basically everyone lines up, everyone gets looked over to make sure their uniform is on correctly, that they are groomed properly, and that they've been
Addressing
showering
hands
and
when you're
shit.
getting told off.
See, they I guess my instructor used it universally. Because we got it for being told off. We also got it for like um for uniform inspection.
Well, yeah, the uniform inspection is also known as a dress inspection.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether that sort of where the confusion might come from, but yeah, no, universally,
it's
dressing
probably
hands when you're
why.
told off.
Yeah, it's probably why it got used interchangeably. At least from that guy, and it could just be that guy was an idiot. So. Yeah, that's the thing too, is a lot of jarheads are idiots. So, and I say jarhead.
What do you think the joke is that they eat crayons?
Yeah. Why do you think they're called jarheads? I mean, they're called jarheads because of the haircut, but
I thought it was the 5 peak cap that got. Oh fuck! That reminds me. I got a Marines, the US Marine style Ozcam fucking 5 peak cap.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, but
Oh,
it was downstairs.
dude.
I don't know where it went after the last flood.
Oh, dude. I would love to see it. My dad used to have one.
Yeah, I used to wear it when I was in too, and like I found it in a disposal store, and it already had the infantry badge on the fucking front of it, and I'm like, oh
and
fuck, I'm having
it
this.
would, and technically it wouldn't, even though it was from a different branch of service, it wouldn't technically count as being out of uniform if you were wearing it.
No, because it was still Ozcam.
Yeah,
Like
and it
they
was
made
still
it yeah, Ozcam, but it was just a different style of uniform that we don't typically wear.
right, and it was still an armed forces. It was still armed forces regalia, so you would
Yeah, but
still be in uniform.
also too, I was wearing it out in the bush on tactical exercises where the uniform sort of isn't really that important, and you can add shit to it to add shit, take shit off to increase or
Right.
decrease your camouflage or whatever the fuck, So like that hat, like yeah, fuck it, no one cared.
Some people would just decorate shit because it made them feel better on the thing. Like some I remember one staff sergeant. We got a visit from one of the staff sergeants once, and he had like 2 or 3 other guys with him, and one of them was wearing like all sorts of pins and shit, like just weird shit. Like one was a smiley face with like a poo stain on its lips. And like another one was like a red balloon with like a chimpanzee tied to it or something. I don't quite remember, but like he was cool with it because like there is this mentality in the military that like yes, you are not individuals in the military. You are part of a unit, and as part of a unit there has to be a visual cohesion because that psychologically cements unit cohesion. And I understand that completely. But there's also a psychological effect that takes place that you have no say in the military, none whatsoever. And having no say in the military means you have no control over anything in the military. And some are able to get through basically everything in the that they do in the military by having some form of some form of totem or differentiation from the rest of the rest of the unit, because psychologically I can control this little thing and that helps me get through the day. Um
Well, funnily enough, the whole no say in the matter kind of thing
right.
has changed quite a bit since about World War Two. So, like World War One, it
Right.
was like you do as you're told, and that is fucking it. You know, if you refuse to fight, you're a deserter, and we shoot you. And it was actually
Yeah.
the Australians that went, look, fucking, we don't mind fucking going and doing the nasty hard work and all this kind of shit. We just need a reason for it. Like, give us a decent reason, we'll happily go and fucking do it, right?
Right.
But don't go sending us out into fucking in front of fucking machine guns and stuff like that so you can just wipe us out willy nilly. If we've got some tactics and shit like that, we'd love to go and fucking do that kind of shit. But like anything other than just running out in front of the machine guns, it's fucking stupid. And that's when like the Brits started relenting, and through the Commonwealth, it started relenting with the desertion type stuff and all this kind of shit. But by World War Two, they'd realised from World War One that a lot of the stuff wasn't working, and it was only the guys on the front that were actually able to relate the information. So, um, uh,
Yeah.
lots of equipment and stuff like that was issued and then de-issued during World War Two. There's like an Alpine stove, which is a good one, a good example. That the US Army had gone away and they'd made this technologically advanced Coleman fucking camping stove. It's like a
Right.
pressurized gasoline thing that atomizes it and all this kind of stuff for like 55 moving parts, and it's fucking super advanced and all this kind of shit. Cunt never worked in the field because it froze up
Yeah.
and it was too advanced. German Espet stoves, which is basically what we call now a hexamine stove, um, was fucking rugged. It worked everywhere. The fuel was portable. It fucking, it just fucking worked. It was as simple as fuck. It was like a little piece of metal that was folded in a way, and it sort of like you open up these two fucking parts of it, and that's you put your tablet in the middle of it, and the two parts you open up act as a little stand to put your fucking kidney cup on, and it just fucking works. So that information gets relayed back to like army procurements and all this kind of stuff, and that's where eventually the US Army ended up getting hexamine stoves themselves. Say in Vietnam, for example, and a good fucking example of that's like say Mac v SOG.
Right.
A lot of the stuff that came in equipment wise after Vietnam was a lot to do with the experiences of the special forces guys. So the utilization of camouflage, for example, camouflage uniforms, 30 round magazines, right? And that I didn't just
Right.
watch this story about the dude who actually instigated a 30 round magazine for the US Army, and that was because he was a Mac v SOG guy, and he actually got wounded on an operation because they only had 20 round magazines at the time, and he'd fucking fired on these two dudes and ran out of ammunition, and by the time he'd ran out of the ammunition, the last cunt that he was trying to shoot at fucking still had 10 rounds left, and he argued that if I still had 10 rounds left, I could have taken out all three of them and I wouldn't have got wounded. And while he was away fucking recovering from that incident, he told all the other blokes, and they'd gone off and they'd pooled together a bunch of money and got a local machine shop to manufacture up a bunch of fucking 30 round M16 mags.
Mm.
So that's where that come from. And in the ration packs, not so much the MREs, but in the Australian Army ration packs, on the back of the menu, there's actually an address you can write back to give feedback on the on
Yeah.
the
And
rations.
yeah.
Um, there's other bits of kit, like so we went away from the old school webbing gear kind of thing. Now we're wearing plate carriers with chest rigs and all that kind of shit. Um, uh, Even like with the weaponry, the reason why we got the F-88 Ostler, piece of shit fucking thing it is because it's a bullpup, and you got the portability of a submachine gun, but you still got the full power rifle cartridge, and that took the place
Right.
of both the submachine gun and the SLR. And
Yeah.
that was experience from operating in and out of vehicles. So those in the 80s, they decided that we were going to go to a smaller, more mobile sort of mechanized force. Running fast, like moving fast, and hit and run type tactics if we ever got invaded, which is completely fucking obsolete idea now. Um, But because we're going to be operating in and out of vehicles, apparently it's really hard to swing around an SLR and then fucking back up a Land Rover. I never had any fucking problems with that. But it was good in a way that they got a smaller rifle that was more usable and pointable and all that kind of shit. The only problem was the fucking thing was a piece of shit and it didn't work.
Yeah.
So they do feedback and all this kind of stuff. And this whole thing of like you must follow orders and all this kind of shit's a big misnomer too, because it's following lawful orders. So if you're like in a situation and your commanding officer tells you to execute civilians, you can fucking refuse it. Not a problem.
Now, when I say you have no say, it's more of like it's better to just go with what Sarge says most of the time. And I don't mean
that is another thing that did come from Vietnam too, because typically your most experienced blokes were the sergeants, and they'd usually do more than one tour. So your lieutenants that came in usually were learning off the sergeants and would take their cues from the sergeants. This is mainly in America, not so much Australia. And it was the lower ranks who were looking up to the sergeant because he knew what the fuck was going on. So
so kind of like I said, I'm not trying to paint it as, and I'm oversimplifying it. Yes, I know. But I found that oversimplifying it makes it easier for people like you and me, Farty, to understand.
But another reason for personalizing kit, and I did this too. There's a little thing called shiny kit syndrome. And if your kit looks too new and too clean and all this kind of stuff, well, then someone would argue that no one owns it and they'll fucking steal your shit. Beg, borrow, steal. Anyway, so you got to dirty your kit up for a start to make it look used, and then you put something marking on it that makes it unique. So one, you can see it from a distance, and it's clearly like, so if you're having to bug out from somewhere and you're coming back to your pack stash, you can just grab your pack and fucking run, not have to fucking look for it. But also too, if some cunt fucking steals your shit, well, there's a mark on it, and like sometimes they reissue packs and stuff like that. So you'll have a couple of names up where the name there's a little bloody part where you can stick a fucking name tag in or write it on there. And anyway, you'll have sometimes like packs with like 4 or 5 names, and they just scribble them out. But if you put your little logo insignia on there, well, that's like, well, fucking, that's mine, cunt. I'm currently using it, so fuck you.
Can I say the third thing, Farty?
Yeah.
So first, I want to acknowledge that, like, when I say you have no say in the military, I didn't realize it. Chrome decided to mute my fucking browser. Thank you, Chrome, because I was doing work on Blender. But when I say you don't have any say in the military, it's more of a like, just go with the thing the Sarge says. And I think I said that earlier, but there's a third reason why you want to differentiate your kit from other people. Identification.
Yeah.
Because if you lose your tags and you're behind enemy lines and you get how do I say this so that YouTube doesn't fucking do what it did to our fucking one thing where I said something about
KIA.
Yeah, but even then they're all like so when someone shuts off your PC, let's say, and they need to identify you, well, usually dog tags, right? But sometimes your tags go missing, they'll fall off. There was one guy who in the span of 1 week had to replace his tags like 2 or 3 times. And yeah, that was always fun. He was always getting yelled at. Always getting yelled at. But
that's where you keep one laced up in your boot.
Yeah.
So if your head gets blown off, then they can identify your foot.
Right.
If your foot gets blown off, they can still identify your head.
Yeah. Or if they both get blown off and you happen to have a piece of kit that looks slightly different from everyone else's, someone's going to recognize it.
Yeah. Well, nowadays too, they do confirm if, like, they've picked up a fucking headless, armless fucking corpse or something like that. They will DNA test it and all this to make sure it is the right person. And fucking.
There was that one case of that one soldier who all they had was an arm. and they figured the guy had died. I don't remember how or what story this was from, but there was a story I read not too long ago where all they had was an arm of a soldier, and he was presumed dead. Obviously, all they found was the arm, right? Turns out it was just shot clean off. And they found the guy alive like a year or two later. Like he comes stumbling in and reports in that like, hey, I'm not dead. And he's missing an arm now. Turns out that he got his arm shot off. Enemy combatant medics like took him in. They gave him just basic, dress wounds. They stabilized him, and then they threw him into a fucking prison, and then he was part of a prisoner exchange. That's some crazy shit, isn't it? I don't know if the story's true or not. I read about it, but like, yeah, they'll test. I was just using it to just to reaffirm what you were saying is, yeah, they'll do DNA testing. They had a funeral for the guy and everything. Jeez, let me look this up because it's driving me crazy now. Let's see.
Closest story I've heard to that was a sniper team in Baghdad got fucking ambushed by a bunch of shitbags, and they ended up finding the rifle fucking on another shitbag about fucking a year or so later. They shot this one cunt. They're like, "Hey, this gun looks like one of ours," and then check the serial number. It's like, "Oh, that was that team that went fucking missing a year ago." Now we know what happened to their weapons.
Yeah. Soldier last arm comes home a year after arm was ID'd from prisoner exchange. I'm trying to figure this out. Shit. Trying to figure this out. Give me a second.
That was another story too about fucking following orders and all this kind of stuff. There's the typical one, and I'm not entirely sure exactly how many times this happened, but apparently this was like a really common occurrence. You get your fucking West Point lieutenant out of fucking out of preschool or school pretty much, and his first day out in the fucking field, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be the leader, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that." And the sergeant's like, "No, you're just gonna do as you're fucking told, stupid. Well, we're gonna go down this track," and the sergeant's like, "We don't follow track, but we're going down this track." It's like, we don't give a fuck. We're not going down the track.
Yeah,
that's the usual one I've heard.
Okay, here we go. One notable example of similar situation was the story of Bo Bergdahl, an American soldier who was captured by the Taliban, held for 5 years. While he wasn't presumed dead, his status as POW was uncertain for a long time.
His return following Bergdahl.
Yeah,
hang on. He fucking deserted that cunt.
He did, yeah. And then he got court-martialed when he got returned.
He got a bunch of cunts killed trying to fucking find him too.
He did, yeah. It turns out, yeah. Let's see. His return following a prisoner swap generated significant attention. Yeah, because he deserted. He tried to join the Taliban. The Taliban was like, "Nah, you're a fucking you're a heretic. You're going into the fucking stockade.
You're haram, motherfucker."
Yeah. But yeah, I remember reading a story of someone like losing a limb or a body part that was identified later. Yeah, crazy. I found out. Okay, so you remember how we watched Who Killed Captain Alex not too long ago?
Yeah.
I remember I finally figured out why I was dissatisfied with the movie.
Why?
All right, so
CG was crap.
The CG was fun, okay? I'm not gonna lie. It was like the type of low budget fun that I usually look for. And I did enjoy watching it. Okay. I did enjoy watching it, but I'll never recommend it to anyone because I want to recommend something to somebody that's gonna be actually good. Um that's not to say, hey, let's not, let's not watch something bad for the sake of watching something bad. Um I had a problem with it for two reasons. The first was I hate when a story completely shifts to a completely different um uh main character. So like when they shift to Captain Alex's brother as the main character after clearly the movie was over at the halfway point when Alex dies and they're like, "Oh, who killed him?" And that answer and that question never gets answered. So that's the second problem I had with it is that it never got answered. The story just ends and they dragged it on. And that's what my two problems with the movie were. If that makes sense. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. It was one of those things where, yeah, you should watch it once, but I
Yeah,
can't
just for the novelty.
yeah, I can't in good faith go, "Oh, if you've never watched it, it's really fucking good." I can't do that. Now if someone asked me for a bad movie recommendation, like, "Hey, I want to see a movie that's really bad." I'll go, "Oh, dude, you know what's really fun to watch? Captain Alex." What's that?
Mm.
You'll thank me later. It's that bad. Um, so yes, that's not, so I'm not saying I'd never recommend a bad movie. I would only do it in a very specific instance, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, those were my two problems with it. And I finally, like, I sat down and I thought about it the other day. I'm like, what was my problem with Captain Alex? Like, I had fun watching it. I enjoyed watching it. Um, did I enjoy watching it because I was watching it with Farty and we were just having a good time picking on it? Or was it just an enjoyable movie? And for the amount of work that went into it, they did a really good job. I will still stand by what I said on that. They did a really good job. Um Production quality obviously was terrible because they were probably using like a JVC handy cam or whatever, right? But like when you think that it came out of a country that had no fucking money in the middle of wartime, which some African country is going to war with another African country like on a daily basis, it seems like, especially in fucking Somalia. Um yeah, it's an impressive feat to say the least. Like even if it's bad, it was impressive. If that makes sense.
Mm.
It impressed me with what they did. Knowing they had absolutely no experience. Does that make
Mm.
sense, Farty? Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying resonating?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of it.
Right. No, and I get that. Like they had no experience, they had no idea what they were going to, and they just said, "You know what? We're going to do this." And that is exactly the way that I'm working on my projects, right? Like I don't have any experience doing any video, like making a video game, and I'm jumping into the fucking deep end feet first, with fucking with 5 pound weights on my ankles.
Mm.
You know, that's that's more than enough to go, hey, I'm in over my head, but at least it's going to be fun. Might not be
Yeah.
great, but it's going to be simple and it's going to be great. I mean, not great, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Fucking.
I don't know, Farty. I'm just trying to um what I'm saying is Captain Alex was fun to watch, and I finally figured out why I had a problem with it. Even though it was fun to watch. So, like, the two things can be true, right? I'm not being an asshole, am I? Am I being greedy, am I?
Nah.
Okay.
Oh, hey, did you see that they've done a variation of that the elf on the shelf thing?
No. What is it? Oh, God. This is going to be a farty thing.
There's a Snoop Dogg version.
Oh, God.
You're supposed to put it on your stoop.
Snoop on a stoop?
Yeah. But I was wondering maybe if you put it on an Australian soldier's shoulder or maybe a front end loader, it might come out as something different.
Oh, my God. What would it come out as, farty?
Well, let's just put it this way. They call Australian soldiers diggers. You'll figure it out sometime.
I figured it out, you asshole.
Oh, yeah. Sheila asked me the other day, how do I view a lesbian relationship? And I go, in full HD. Apparently that wasn't the right answer.
Oh, god damn, farty. You're just going to send us both to hell, okay? You're sending us both
Yeah,
to
well,
hell.
I am that mate that would take a bullet for you. But I'm also that mate that are probably the reason why we are taking fire in the first place.
Yeah. Okay, Farty, I need an idea. I wanted to do something shaped like a shark. So let me show you this on Blender real quick. Share screen, window, Blender, share.
Why not?
So I have...
Something that...
Oh my god. God damn, Farty. My ears, Farty. My fucking ears, sir.
Yeah, I was trying to get to the mute button, but Google's going and fucked shit up nowadays. Fucking this bloody scratch pad goes everywhere, but we're on it.
Yeah. So here's a shark profile shape that I made. This is basically just the front end of the shark, and I want to use it for something mechanical.
It looks like the nose off an F-111.
It does, but I don't want to do an F-111. So you know what? Give me one shape to put behind this, because I made this little cavity here. So give me one shape to put behind this.
Airwolf.
I'm not putting a helicopter.
That looks like a shark.
I'm not putting.
Like a shark.
I'm not putting a helicopter behind here. Okay, Farty, give me a basic shape: a block, a tube, or something.
Okay. Spherical paraboloid.
I'm not putting a Pringle in there, Farty, you dick.
Yeah, just a tube. Yes.
A tube, okay. That's a little big, but that's fine because we can scale it down. Okay. Upright.
Speaking of Airwolf.
On its side.
Yeah, on its side.
Okay.
Yeah, speaking of Airwolf, I noticed too that they had the Airwolf America fucking helicopters in Afghanistan. I don't know whether you noticed them during the pullout, but there was these CH-53C knives.
Yeah, I saw them.
They were black with the grey body on them, like belly.
Yeah.
They had like it sort of looked like the Airwolf fucking colour scheme. Yeah, that was Air America. They were CIA.
All right, so we've got...
How can you tell? Because you're trying to make it look like they're not.
Right, yeah. It's a military helicopter. How do we make it not look military? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a military helicopter that's being used by the military, sort of, kind of, out of military bases and all this kind of stuff, but it's not registered as a civilian or military aircraft with, noticeable fucking insignia on it. Kind of narrows it down, fellas.
Right. What do you think, Farty? Make it this big or this big?
You going to taper it out, or is it just going to go a step?
I don't know yet. I got to figure out the diameter.
Diana meter.
Diana meter. You mean like this?
Fucking.
I don't know.
Or would you continue it on as a tube with the same contours as the nose?
Well, then in that case, hang on. Let's do.
Speaking of
mirroring.
Diana, Meghan Markle.
Why don't I
apparently,
just do that, Farty?
Yeah. Yeah, Meghan Markle apparently is apparently thawing things out with King Charles.
Thawing? Is she taking a big hammer to the relationship?
Well, I'm more sort of adamant that she wants to be Princess Diana that fucking badly that she actually wants to go back and get a poke from the bloke that used to diddle Diana just so she can have the full experience.
Oh my god.
She wants to fuck Harry's father.
Oh my god, Farty. You're too fucking much. Alright. Why don't I just do that? That looks okay. Okay. I know I want to put something in the middle here. Mesh. Let's go back to the cylinder idea. RX 90. Scale it down. Scale it down. It's got to be a lunar vehicle. I'm thinking lunar vehicle. What do you think, Farty? No atmosphere, so it has to have some sort of propulsion engine.
Oh, what do they call them? Fucking the fucking things the Star Destroyers and shit have, so they don't actually have to land.
Oh, like fucking Oh, I got an idea here.
Not repulsors.
Yeah, repulsor would be the idea.
Repulsor lift.
Yeah, that would be the idea.
And a supersonic caterpillar drive.
Actually, attract it. Oh, that would actually look kind of cool. Attract vehicle.
No, not the tracked caterpillar.
No. I'm just saying.
Drive, Hunt for Red October.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying in general, that would be kind of a cool idea for this. Hang on. Scale Z0. We'll make that flat. What is it, Ravage, huh? This cat is just like cuddled in my lap. We'll go ahead and give that a slight dealy there. Okay, hang on. I got an idea, Farty. I got an idea. So let me go ahead and give me a tank. Any tank. Doesn't matter because I'm not using the body. So just give me a
Charioteer. Tog 2.
Oh my god. Okay, Charioteer. Go
Tog 2, it'll be easier to find.
Okay, hang on. Let me hang on. I got this. Hang on. There it is.
Get the color camouflage photo. That's the one from Bovington because the rest are all in black and white, and they used 3 or 4 different types of turret systems with 6 or 7 different gun platforms and stuff like that. So
I used DuckDuckGo. So the thing for DuckDuckGo is different. And this is what I saw. This was the first tank image among a series of it's called Roman chariot stuff.
Charioteer. This was the worst fucking tank ever made. It didn't even pass trials. It went for a driving test.
Yeah,
the driver got like about half a mile down the road, got out and fucking walked away, just like, no, I'm not touching that fucking thing ever again.
That wheel layout is really That wheel light out is really bad.
Well, that's torsion bar suspension there. That's not
Yeah.
to be confused with the Christie suspension, because the Christie suspension's got the shock absorbers that are visible. This is all torsion bar underneath, and that was actually an experimental thing that they did with it, and it was actually apparently part of the problems with it. Like, it's just fucking insanely horrific to drive.
Yeah.
It's literally, you could only drive it for about 30 seconds before it's like so god awful uncomfortable and shit. You have to get out.
Image reference.
So, evidently, it never went into service.
RC 80. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll shrink this down just a tad bit. And then we'll go into mesh, cube, tab, merge, add, oops, crap. Grab C, E, oh, E. Where the fuck did I put it? Where'd it go? God damn it.
Behind you.
There it is. Scale, 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 merge, center, E, Z. Got it. Okay. Did I really put it behind me, Farty? Did I really do it? Okay, hang on. Hang on. We got this. We'll do EY.
There used to be these two cunts on afternoon radio called Tony Martin and Mick Malloy. You'd know these two cunts because I've shown you the Degeneration Late Show, and that's where they originally came from.
Right.
And, like, there was one of their skits they were talking about, like, it was not fucking Bozo the clown, but it was a clown that they'd made up just for this skit. Like Shirty the slightly aggressive clown or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, there's like one part of the skit where it's like, and we can do pantomimes. Where is it, boys and girls? Behind you, behind you. Where? Behind you, behind you. Where? Behind. Knock it off, kid.
Oh my god. Fuck me, dude. We'll do this. And then I'll raise that up just about there, I think. That looks about right. What do you think, Farty? A nice profile?
That's actually starting to look like the atomic tank.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, there was one that they made. There was a concept thing. It had 4 sets of tracks, and there was this fucking weird oval sort of flattened egg-shaped fucking turret and fucking hull frame kind of thing, and it was supposed to be designed to like withstand nuclear blasts and shit like that. And evidently never worked out.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. Most were budgetary. It cost too much to make.
I think it was a Russian one from memory too.
Yeah. And when the Russians say it's too expensive, you know there's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, because they only build fucking cheap shit anyways, and when the cheap shit gets too expensive for them, they're like, we're getting too far ahead of ourselves.
That's not a bad shape, I don't think. That looks pretty good.
Well, now the front part of it, the actual nose between those two sort of panels kind of thing is starting to look more like an M60 tank, like the
M60
tank. Because that had like a sort of boat hole type front end on it.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and there.
It's actually what they called it.
I like that. I like that.
They either call it the boat front or the pike nose.
Yeah, I kind of like that, to be honest.
Hey, hang on, I'll look up that second.
Let's go ahead and sub D surface. Let's go ahead and yoke. Do this, and this. Edge crease, bring it up to about 5.
Here we go.
Oh, that looks pretty fucking cool, I think, doesn't it, Farty? Hang on, let me see what... Right here, look at this screen. It looks pretty good, I think. Here, let me hide this. And then let's bring this back a tad. And then scale it in a little bit more. Bring it back a little bit that way. Grab Y, scale that down. Bring that forward. Yeah. Okay.
Ugh.
I wish I were or not. This is making me think of the hot dog car. The Oscar Mayer hot dog car. Oh, it's not showing up on the screen. Hang on. Stop sharing. Oh, that's not.
That's not it.
There it is. There it is, Party. I did it.
Oh, it was already showing.
Was it? I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Subdivision surface. We'll make that. I don't like that. Maybe we'll do...
Just sort of like just contour it a bit. Like, so even still, widen its waist so as it's more circular.
Yeah.
It comes out over the sides a bit and stuff. Because if you share the screen,
hang on,
you'll see what your end results should be.
Hang on, let me bring you up, Farty. Let's see.
That's the one I was talking about.
Oh, that looks like a stingray almost.
Yeah. That's that one that I was talking about, where it's got that oval-shaped hole and then oval-shaped turrets, and it was designed to withstand a nuclear blast.
Yeah, I don't think it would, though, to be honest. It looks aerodynamic enough, but I also think it'll get flipped over real easy.
Most probably. Yeah, they didn't build very many of them.
Yeah, the bottom is too flat. If they wanted it to be blast resistant, they should have made the front end of it look more like a boat prow. You know, where like the front of it has that really sharp point. So basically what you would do is, let's see.
Wait, one.
What you would do is here. I'll make a model to show you in Blender. Hang on, give me a second.
Here we go. This fucker.
Kind of, yes, but that's not what I was thinking. Here, let me show you.
Where's a good one of those?
Where is a good one of those?
The new nose. So that's the new nose with the flat, the redesigned flat front.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's the boat front.
Yeah, so it's got that little bit of a belly.
And it's got that, the belly, and yeah.
The a friend of mine called it a frog tank because it looks like a frog almost. Oh no, it was my brother that called it a frog tank. He's like, I want to go see the frog tank because they had one on display at the Intrepid for a little while. But what I was thinking was more like this. We'll go in edit mode, generate mirror, scale this down. So what I was thinking more, so we have this plane here, right? So what I was thinking was get rid of that. Grab Z. Grab Y.
Oh, I think it's finally gotten down below fucking stupid fucking hot here now. Starting to actually feel cool.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. It's only 4 in the morning. It's only another hour and a half before the fucking sun comes up again.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that when we're that daylight savings puts us like 17 hours apart, 18 hours apart, something like that.
Mm.
Um,
Oh, it was snowing in last week down at the fucking down
was it
south.
really?
Yeah, down
Wow.
Jindabyne and fucking Threadbow and all that. Fucking, and it wasn't just some pissy little bit of snow too. It was actually like a fucking really deep fucking drift.
Oh
That's
shit.
like
Okay.
about the third bloody years in the last like fucking 7 or 8 years that we've had a fucking white Christmas.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it
So
fucking
what I
snowed
was
twice one year.
thinking is something more along this shape here, where the you know what? Let me exaggerate this a little bit more. So what I was thinking is more along the lines of this shape. I don't know how well that's coming across, but that's about the shape I was thinking of. If you
That
really
is
wanted to make
interesting.
it, what's that?
That would be interesting to see because, like with contours and in armor and all that kind of stuff, you do sort of have to sort of consider ricochets and whatnot.
Right.
And if you have a look at a lot of the fronts of tanks, they've got this sort of like the strips of like what just look like fucking metal bar that goes across the front of the tank. Fucking, I'm probably not going to find one. Oh, actually, yeah, the S tank. That'll do. Fucking the Swiss Wagen.
Okay, give me a second. I'm refining the shape just a tad bit because I think I'm gonna use it.
Going in.
Nope. Oops.
But there were certain designs that they realised if you hit the front glacis, that it just basically ricochets rounds up into the turret ring. So the
Right.
redesigned tanks like that. That when you see the pictures that I got up, you'll see that there's
Okay.
like a bunch of these sort of serrations on the front of the tank. A lot of these have them, and that's so that it can stop bullets from hitting and just ricocheting straight up into like the crew
Right.
compartment, like so the fucking cupolas and stuff like that. So and then fucking like that's kind of like a thing you got to take into consideration, like what angle your armor is, and then how that'll affect around in the largest majority of circumstances. Is it going to go up into something else that you're going to need, or is it going to go flinging off harmlessly in some other direction? But that nose design that you've got, how it's got the sharp point, and then it comes out to a
Yeah.
slightly shallower angle. That'd be interesting to see exactly how that would work. Would it effectively, like if you hit the like glancing completely off the nose, and if
Well,
it
we can
bounced into
actually.
that shallow one, would it would it sort of act more like a flat surface, or will it actually sort of help curve the bullet around in a more violent sort of ricochet, if you know what I mean?
So if 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 a bullet is coming straight onto it, depending on what surface it hits. So like here's the right side. If a bullet is coming straight, let's say it's let me do shift A. We'll do a UV sphere, scale it down, scale it there. All right, so here's this little sphere is going to be the representation of my bullet.
Yeah.
So
You see that little lip there. You got the nose and stuff like that.
right,
That's kind of what we're talking about. That's called a bullet
right,
trap or a bullet sink.
right, right. So if a bullet's coming dead on along this green line,
Mm.
what it'll do is it'll hit any of that surface area that it's next to. Let's just scale it down a tad bit more so I can make it seem a little bit more like what you would look at. So you would effectively see the bullet go like this and then like this and
Yeah.
kind of like either get stuck in here or get bounced off, whatever way.
Typically, you don't want to do that. You want it to just bounce off.
Right. Now there are some reasons you want it to like just bounce off or get stuck in there. There are reasons why you would want that to happen. Primarily as you get more buildup in an area, say if like a bunch of copper a bunch of copper gets stuck in there, or a bunch of lead, whatever gets stuck in there, and for whatever reason, that would also improve the armored capability of that section um by so much, because if you fire lead at lead, the two metals have a similar impact. It's the word I'm looking for. They have a
Coefficient.
similar, yeah, they have a similar impact coefficient, and the similar metals will cause them to either fuse or to bounce off of one another or absorb the impact entirely, depending on the circumstances. They've done it if you've watched any ballistics testing videos or have any idea of like of angular momentum in physics, you'll know that shapes can definitely influence velocity and trajectory. And if there's another shape within that shape, it could help mitigate damage that area might take as a result of damage it's already taken, if that makes sense. Like, it's already taken a bullet, but if another bullet comes in, it's like packing the wound.
That kind of would have been a thing from World War One up to early World War Two, when
Right.
tank guns still use solid shot.
Right.
Nowadays, it's all
They
designed
use
for
hollow point.
penetration. Oh
Yeah.
no, that's
Or
like they
not hollow
use
point. Yeah.
kinetic energy rounds or
Mhm.
explosive, like say with the British high explosive squash head round.
Right.
That does not need velocity at the other end because the explosive does all the work, and it's the part of the Monroe effect where the round flattens out and basically explodes on the outside of the tank, but the shockwave goes through and knocks out a bit of spalling on the inside, smashes around inside the tank. It doesn't actually poke a hole in it, but that's how that'll work. With
Right.
kinetic energy rounds, like your depleted uranium or your tungsten, your fin stabilized disposable Sado fucking KE rounds, what you want to do with those, because they're just designed to punch through armor. It doesn't matter like what kind of angle it is and what kind of armor you've got. It's the longer the dart, the further it's going to go, and
Right.
they can go a long way through a lot of fucking armor. Like there's a couple of feet of armor in the front of the fucking turret of a Leopard
Oh
2,
yeah.
but basically most KE rounds can pen a fucking a Leopard 2's turret from the
I'm
front.
actually liking that quite a bit. Damn, dude. You know what I'm
Now
gonna
to
do
defeat,
here
mm,
is I'm gonna shut that off. Oh hell yeah.
yeah, so to defeat KE rounds, you typically want to deflect them, and that's where you absolutely don't want any sort of like bullet sinks or anything like that.
Right. So if I raise it up just a
Up
hair,
till flat, yeah, that's a lot better
yeah.
there because
So this creates two profiles. The first profile is this really like shallow
yeah,
angle,
and that's
and
what
then
I was talking
it's
about before with that two step on the cheeks. Like if you got the glancing blow right on the nose,
here.
would it
That
would it hit
actually
that
works.
second? Would it hit that step and actually penetrate through it and see it as flat, or will it just sort of act like another sort of graded angle and then make the round sort of deflect more violently? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make it like a two
So
step kind of a thing, more of a roundabout corner as opposed to a flat object.
so what I have now is if you think in terms of fluid dynamics, because that velocity of bullet is basically a fluid.
Mm.
Because it has to follow aerodynamics. If it's not aerodynamic, meaning if it doesn't go through the air, then it can't act like the air does. And at speed, certain things they don't turn into, but at speed, certain things behave like a fluid, which is why when a bullet hits something, it crushes. right? Like it'll deform. So when we have our projectile here hit the top of this angle here,
Yep,
what
and
it'll
then
do is
deflect up
it'll
a little bit, and
yep,
then hit that second step, and then
it'll
deflect
hit
up even
about
more
here.
aggressively.
Yeah, it'll hit about up here, and
Then
that'll
probably go
end
for the
up
45-degree angle up.
uh between 45 and
Sort of.
90. Yeah, so it would
Yeah,
go
something
about
like that.
this
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
Depending on the velocity, the least, or the that is the shallowest angle it could go. Now, if it was going fast enough, it would just go straight up. Um,
Yeah, that's what I mean by the
yeah,
side profiles of the cheeks. Exactly the same thing, but do it to the side.
right,
Because
right.
you see
So it
that
would
there's a more aggressive step to that.
right, and these would oh wow, look at that. This was an unintentional thing, but the
The
that little
shredder.
that little smile there would actually send bullets. Let's see, if you caught the angle about uh about here, right?
Hmm.
The bullet would actually have to ride this crevice.
Might do.
It would have to, because of the way aerodynamics works. Like I just said, like because the way bullets are made, they have to fly through the air. And because they have to fly through the air, they have to act like the air does.
Hmm.
Um that's how airplanes work, right? Like airplanes move through the air because they act like the air. A boat moves through the water because it acts like the water. Um that's a really gross oversimplification of it, but this thing, the way this front end is designed, this would shrug off atomic blast no problem. Now, if I made the profile of it even like this, more like a ship's prow, that makes it even more aerodynamic. And any bullet that would hit about this angle here, let's say about this angle, just so that we have a understanding of where it is in space. Under this nose tip, this thing is just going to get shot right into the ground,
Hmm.
because it would have to follow that angle. It would have to ride that contour, and it would have to ride it because the energy going into it would have to
Yeah, well,
guide it
that's part
along
of the
that way.
reason why most tank fronts, the upper and lower glacis on the front of the front's hull, the tank's hull. Um,
Yeah.
Nowadays, the top's a lot more flatter, like what you've got there, and then you've got a monolithic angular plate, which basically, if you hit the top, it's got to skim through all that armor, and it's like extreme angled armor. But if it hits the front, if it hits the lower glacis, it gets hopefully fucking thrown into the ground.
I have a really dumb idea, Farty. Are you ready?
Mm.
Okay, I have a really dumb idea. Oh. Scale Y. Oh. Scale Shift X. There we go. And now bridge. Scale. Oops. Scale X. Scale again. Grab X. Oops. Make sure I'm getting these on the right plane here. This is a really dumb idea, Farty. I know it is, but you know what? It's going to look cool.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, isn't that what matters?
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
Grab Z, not X. Damn it.
I done a fight, rip my ass apart, and in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Oh my god, farty. I think I like that. I think I like that, farty.
More than 9,500 truckers have been removed from America's roads for failing to speak English, as per the Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy.
Huh, imagine my shock. Shock, I say. Shock. Well, not that shocked. E scale. Scale X. Yes. And then E scale. Scale Shift X. Oops. Oh, that was too far. 1.2. Yep, that works. Okay, nice little recess in there. I got a nice little recess in there, farty. Are you proud of me, farty?
Hang on. I'm handing a Seppo his ass because he fucking decided to chime in about Australian gun laws. There we go. Hang on, what was that? The wheel at the back.
Oh, and both of them. I got a little recess.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's a very smart thing, but I think it looks cool. Let's go ahead and make them smooth, shall we?
Pretty sure I can find a vehicle that looks like that.
Yeah, I'm sure too.
Weird wheels. And the lower profile on the big wheels.
I am positive you'll find a vehicle with the same patterning. Oh my god, if I could only freaking speak English today. Right, farty? If only I could speak English.
Sorry, what was that? I couldn't understand you. You're speaking a different language.
I know.
Can't understand you, American.
Right? Fucking farty. You and your fucking South Park references today, I tell you.
I was actually trying to make that a Dave Chappelle reference. With all you Americans there with your, I'll have a cheeseburger, can't understand you, go back to your country, wipe out.
Yeah, those don't look too bad, I don't think. Actually, what we'll do is maybe. What do you think, farty? Too much?
Wait one.
This way? Yeah, I think this way.
I'm pretty sure there is a tank like that looks quite a lot like that, even with the fucking gigantic wheel and that kind of orientation too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to rack my brain whether it was a concept thing, a Leonardo da Vinci fucking sketch, or fucking they actually fucking did it. I think it might have been the Russians again, if anything.
It might have been, yeah. Separate by loose parts. Why? Front. I don't know, farty. I think I like this. I think I like this direction. Sometimes, it's more about just going after a shape.
Now, do you want a kind of a more realistic kind of thing, or is this just like fuck it, whatever looks good?
It's pretty much whatever looks kind of cool, but could be realistic.
Because just with the width of the wheels, it is important that the width is comparable to its fucking shit. It's
The
mass.
rest of the profile, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, to spread out the mass. So you actually have to have larger wheels than what you are required to have. See,
Yeah.
because like the moon buggy, right, realistically could run on fucking bicycle wheels, but because of the
Right.
terrain and the dust and all that kind of stuff, that they had these stupid overbearing wheels, so it gave it an insanely like small fucking foot, like small, fucking, uh,
Footprint.
yeah, well, not so much footprint. I think I fucked up what I was trying to say there. Fucking, sort of more a oh fuck, more weight distribution on the ground. Even though it's like 1/8 gravity and all this kind of stuff, the lighter they could get the vehicle, the more they were confident that it wouldn't actually sink and fucking bury itself in the dust, dirt, shit like that, just to make sure.
Yeah, but the more surface area you have, the better.
Yeah, and also too on loose terrain and whatnot. Um, Apparently, it made it a lot easier having the extremely lightweight, stupid, huge wheels and stuff like that. That's all, of course. If you just want to, like, if you want to add a little bit of element of realism to it.
Yeah. Or maybe it'll just be a flying vehicle. If I do that, then I can just go
Yeah, that's where I was going in the
RY.
beginning.
There we go.
Repulsors, whatever the fuck they call them.
And then RZ maybe. Turn that way. Oops. Yeah. Yeah. Put that out there. It looks like kind of like a butterfly style drone. And then what we'll do here is we'll follow these contours. Edge crease 0.5. And then what do you think, Farty? Taper? Taper it about here?
Oop, wrong one. Oop. Taper it about there. Yeah.
About that. It doesn't look too terrible. I think I want to add something to this back end here. What do you think, Farty? What kind of shape?
Puckered sphincter.
Well,
That can be its forward propulsors.
I mean, if you insist.
Utilize the thrust from the farts of the scared ass, the frightened crew.
There you go, Farty.
Oh, shit.
I know you were kidding, but that actually looks like a reasonable shape for the rear end. Maybe if I exaggerated a tad bit and we'll do this, and this, and then crease these out. Maybe I went too far in some places. What do you think, Farty?
One moment.
I don't know if I'll keep the shape, but it's not an unreasonable shape. I mean, it looks like something. I think I'm going to ditch it. I think I'll ditch it. Only to a point, though. I think I'll keep that. And then use this for a panel line, maybe? that. Balls. Let's turn clipping off. I don't know, Farty. What do you think? Oh, I got to bring this forward again. Make sure we have like.
Yeah, that's starting to look more like a spaceship.
Yeah. Let me bring this in a little bit. Bring these both back a tad. Does it look like a flying drone? Looks like a flying drone.
Yeah.
A shark-shaped flying drone. Maybe. Oh,
yeah.
Hang on. Mesh plane. 90. Scale. Grab Y. Bring it up. Let's go ahead and bring this down. That down. That up. That back. That up a bit. That forward a bit.
Huh.
What do you think, Farty? You think that shape's worth keeping?
One moment. Oh, for fuck's sake, fucking Christ fucking mighty, I'm fucking fed up with this fucking stupid bloody computer.
Right? It's almost time to pull the new one out of its box, isn't it, Farty?
Still don't want to do that. That means we've got to set everything up. Can't be fucking bothered.
Yeah, I know.
Then again, this one was fucking around yesterday. I have to do fucking full fucking restarts and shit a lot more lately.
Yeah.
The other day it froze completely.
Oh, fun.
I had to do a hard shutdown. Wasn't too keen on that because that could also mean that that'd be the last fucking leg the cunt's on.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
What do you think, Farty? You like that shape?
A crooked tail. Well, it just depends on how fast it wants to go.
Well, it's space, so vacuum. So really, it would just be more like set dressing. And oops, bring it down to about there, and then
unless that's an aerial.
I mean, it could be
like an antenna.
It could be, yeah. Like if it's just set dressing, like you could just make up whatever it is. Or like a or a sensor of some sort.
Side scan radar.
Yeah. Let's see what that looks like. You know what? That doesn't really make much of an impact. Not unless I bring this out even more and increase that to 0.6, grab that and bring it forward.
Oops. The atomic surfboard.
Right.
Or the galactic surfboard.
Oh, crap, I don't want that to have a face. Hot damn, that's looking pretty sharp if I do say so myself. I'm not a fan of this fold in the back, though. I think I'll get rid of it.
Yeah, it looks like a really skinny bum crack.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll just get rid of that crease entirely, I think. Wait. Oh, that's not... Okay. Okay. I see what I did. I see what I did.
Oh, I see, said the blind man, but he couldn't really.
Right. So you see this section in the middle? I forgot to turn clipping on, so now there's a big... there's a couple of extra geometry things in there that made it all pointy and shit that I didn't want.
It's got the shark equivalent of having a bend to the right.
You asshole. You're not wrong, no. I can't be angry for being right. You're technically correct.
It's funny because it's true.
You're technically correct. The best kind of correct. Goddamn, Barty. You falling asleep on me there, buddy? You need to go get your coffee?
It's 4:30. And about an hour and a half.
I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting that it's like super fucking early in the morning for you. Again,
doesn't matter. Like, this time of the year, my fucking sleeping pattern's reverse anyway. So
yeah. You know what? I think I like that, to be honest with you. Although, let's go ahead and finalize.
That just means if I've got to do something during the day, especially like during the week or something like that, and I actually got to force myself out of the fucking house, I'm usually tired, cranky, and irritable, and I can't get 5 fucking feet up the road without someone fucking pissing me off to no end.
What do you think of that one, Farty? I think I like it on the bottom more.
Yeah. 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 Space surfboard.
Yeah. You know what?
See, that's what Disney Plus is going to do. They're going to do a remake of Firefly. Instead of being space cowboys, they're going to be space surfers.
Oh, God. Yeah, they would do that, too. And it'd make them all Silver Surfers. They've already done it.
And Malcolm Reynolds is going to be a fucking a 300-pound fucking lesbian bloody black Sheila that identifies as a dude.
Yeah.
And Wash and fucking that black Sheila, they're both going to be gay blokes who dress in drag, so they may as well just be Sheilas anyways.
Oh my God.
And the Tams are in incestuous relationships.
Oh God.
Because
they would, wouldn't they? They would, wouldn't they?
But oh dear, you know what that means for Shepherd Book though.
Yeah, hang on 1 second. Sorry about that, Farty. Yeah, I think I like this. I think this is a good direction. Although, here, a better idea. Shift D. Oop. 180. I'm just going to commit to the bit. I'm going to commit to the bit, Farty.
Yeah.
We'll make that smaller.
That's actually an aerodynamically correct principle.
It is, yes. 45 degrees, maybe?
Yeah, not so
Grab
much
X.
important on the angle. It's just more that
Oops.
there's a surface there to keep stability in the lower part of the rear fuselage.
Right. Let me. I'm trying to find an angle that looks good. That's the thing. So back. R Y 20 maybe. Okay. And then grab X point 215. No, 14. 13. 13. And then rotation and scale and location. Generate mirror. Yeah. I like it. Scale that up. Bring it in. It doesn't need to be aerodynamic, but for some reason I'm making it aerodynamic. Shift D. No, for okay. So for this next part, I think I'm going to do an entirely new shape. We'll go tab and edit mode. Oops, delete the vertices. We'll go scale Y to about there. Grab Y. All right, Farty, give me a direction.
Blow it at your bum. Okay. All right. What were you thinking?
So I want to marry these rings to the body somehow. And I like where they are positioned. So I need to figure out the shape of the... I guess strut would be the best phrasing for it, wouldn't it?
Well, if you're not going to have anything like, like, say, heavy-duty mounting surfaces where you're going to stack things in lines or rows or anything like that, or fucking have places where, like, it's like, compartmental, like, people can walk through to access certain things and shit, it's just going to be something to hold the fucking, the propulsors to the vehicle, and, yeah, why not just go a strut system, triangulated strut system.
Whoop, shit. Control Z. We'll do that. Oops.
Yeah, or that. Something like that, yeah.
Let's go with that. And then these, I can really just push the envelope on that and like really lean into that shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. And then we'll add a mirror and a Z. Let's see. All transforms. This could probably stand to come up here. These two. Let's do clipping so I'm not screwing anything up here. And then we'll do...
Oh, speaking of clipping, guess what fucking YouTube got rid of?
What?
Their clipping function.
Oh, did they decide they were too much like Twitch?
It was too useful, and I actually found it was actually a functional piece of their fucking shit that I actually used a lot. So they decided to fuck around. Yeah, no, yeah, it's popular and people use it, so we're not going to fucking have it up there anymore.
In about a week, they'll put it behind a paywall. Introducing the new clip feature for YouTube Red.
Yeah, but if you've already got it, you got to pay more for it, motherfucker.
Right? Yeah. Fucking YouTube. I really don't like the direction YouTube's been going in. Did you hear that their AI moderation has just been borked even more?
Yeah.
Like the whole, so they went all in on that AI stuff, and the AI moderation has just been nuking channels. There was one channel that got nuked because the guy like laughed really loudly, like it was just like a really dumb, quick chuckle, and like his channel got nuked because he chuckled. And I thought that was like perfection on YouTube's part. Like, good job, dummy.
Well, it's all right. You see, YouTube doesn't need any of us actual creators anymore because their AI is going to do all the work, and all the videos are AI anyway, and it's all made up fucking bullshit. Even the history ones, remember?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anymore because, you know, the information age and all this kind of stuff turns out is the dumbest fucking thing we ever did, given every spastic fuck under the planet fucking and access to the fucking internet.
Yeah. And now
But I've
that
also
they're
noticed.
Well, I was just gonna say, now that everyone's all in on the internet, finally, they're gonna just yank it because it's too useful.
Okay, yeah, remind me of the yanking because it's too useful bit. But yeah, I reckon that's where the shit really hit the fan with the internet when every other cunt fucking got on it during the bloody pandemic. Because the amount of times that during 2019, 2020, and 2021, I've had to say the welcome to the fucking internet to some fucking noob fucking asshole who doesn't know how the bloody place works.
Right.
You know, fucking like, and then you like, yeah, say like the Snowbirds, the Canadian Air Force fucking aerobatic team had an accident, and it was actually a female pilot that was flying the plane at the time, and it was like, female drivers. And then no shit, I had some butthurt fuckwit who just got no idea how the internet works. I was like, you need to be arrested, you need to be silenced, we need to cancel you. It's like, yeah, welcome to the internet. Don't feed the trolls.
Right.
You know, so they got on, and that's where, like, you know, fucking, you really had fucking Susan crack on with this fucking, oh, we can't hurt any cunt's feelings, and, you know, blah, 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 and fucking nonsense crap. But a realization sort of dawned on me with that under 16 ban in Australia for fucking social media, and that is pretty much the agenda to try and fuck everybody up has failed. Because Gen Alpha took one look at fucking the millennials and shit and went, yeah, we don't want to be like that. What's this Gen X fucking thing about?
Yeah.
And
I just find it hilarious that every single piece of legislation they passed for the Online Safety Act was what is the word I want to use? Circumvented.
Oh yeah,
every way.
And Blue Sky's still not a part of the ban.
Yeah, Blue Sky's not part of it. YouTube's not part of it. Twitch isn't part of it. And it's like, are these? If you're not going to apply the law to everything, why have the law for a specific thing to begin with? That's like saying YouTube alcohol. Huh?
Here. YouTube is part of it here.
Oh, it is part of it now. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's like saying alcohol is banned, but you can still have fucking moonshine. Like,
yeah. Oh, you're not into bestiality except fucking German shepherds.
Yeah.
But fucking, like, I thought that was fucking interesting that the skinwalker fucking ill-fitting skin suit Seppo bitch that fucking caused all of this, that didn't fucking, that wanted to be an influencer on YouTube and fucking failed at that because she's fucking nearly bloody 50 and looks like fucking, she's a fucking, the Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
Well,
Fucking,
it's not so much her age, it's just she's not interesting at all.
no, she's just fucking useless, and I'm reckoning she's just a fucking Democrat plant in Australia to fucking help perpetuate the bullshit that they were going to do to you guys if they'd got to steal the last election. So with that, right, they fucking they've realised that Gen Alpha, they've lost them. They're not going to be able to fucking teach them to chop their dicks off and sew their cunts up and fucking bullshit them about men getting pregnant and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
And X recently came out and said that fucking pretty much mainstream media is dead. That like the majority of people out there get the large majority of their news off social media, including X. And apparently X is the biggest sort of news provider on the planet, where people get most of their information from. So if you're wanting to fucking keep the population dumb, subservient, and fucking soyed up and fucking genderless and all this kind of shit, last thing you want the next generation to do is start talking to cunts like us,
Right.
or finding the information out for themselves. So what I reckon partially they've gone and done there is they've made it so that, you know, you have to be under the guise of like fucking dumb fuck teachers or fuckwit parents up until the age of 16. And by that point, hopefully, brain fucking, you know, when you do hit the internet, fucking, you'll be too busy fucking arguing with every cunt to realise that you're wrong about everything. That's what I reckon is actually happening.
That makes sense.
And that's more fucking sinister than anything because God knows what they're fucking teaching the kids. I mean, they're already carrying on about fucking how, like, there's climate anxiety and kids are actually being hospitalised and all this kind of shit because cunts are filling them full of shit about the fucking the sky falling.
Yeah, the world's coming to an end. Fucking.
And then you see how they were teaching the fucking millennials and shit like that. It's like, don't respect your elders. Yeah, this is what we tell you, and we are right. And if anybody else says any otherwise, fucking argue the point with them, berate them, call them wrong, fucking da 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 da. And this is where we get poofed the faggot poofs like fucking this Ben kid that was up at this bloody service station that didn't like the fact that fucking I'd been there, seen it and done it and all this kind of shit. And I didn't respect him because he's 18 years old. He doesn't know shit about shit and he should pull up his fucking pants. Why the fuck should I respect that little cunt when he's done absolutely fucking nothing? And he'll never be able to do half the fucking shit that I'm already capable of fucking doing. And because he's too busy thinking about sticking things up his bum. He doesn't respect his elders. Fucking little cunt. I've never fucking had that before. Some fucking little shit stare me straight in the fucking face and go, I don't respect you.
Yeah.
I'm like, where the fuck did that come from, you little cunt? Oh, you think I'm stupid? Yes, but I think everybody is fucking stupid. And yes, you are fucking retarded compared to me. You want to have a fucking talk? You want to have a conversation about subatomic particles or fucking astrophysics?
Right?
Do you even know what the fuck those two things are? Fucking little shit. I don't need this fucking shit from some little cunt like you fucking bastard.
Yeah, anyway. It's fucking something, man. The world has gotten like really something. Like I can't. I got no words, Farty. I got no words.
It's very disheartening, you know, when you spend most of your life trying to make sure that people are safe and all this kind of shit. And then you see something like, say, in San Francisco, all the stupid boofters are saying that, like, oh, we got to get rid of keep left signs and stuff like that because it's a secret fucking thing from the government that tell us all to go straight.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's the reason why we never used to let you have a fucking opinion on anything.
What do you think of that, Farty? It's really simple.
Simple.
You know, oh, I got a better idea here. We'll get rid of that. Bring that about here and oops.
Fucking hell, I'm almost out of smokes.
Uh-oh. You're gonna have to go down to the servo.
Yeah, they don't open until fucking the survey doesn't open until 6, but they're still like, because they're corporate, They still have to sell them at the proper prices, but the tobacconists with all the black market shit don't open until like fucking 8 or 9.
No, you still got a couple hours before you can go down on the black market then.
Yep.
Not that Farty's going to do it, actually.
No, fuck it. Yeah, I am. Fuck him. Like, every cunt fucking do it.
Not. I know.
No, see, like, we are all protesting the fucking finance minister because that stupid cunt's too fucking useless to understand it. If he brought down the cigarette taxes to the black market prices, one, it'll kill the black market. Two, they'll actually gain revenue because more people would be buying the legal smokes. Because, like, that's a general consensus. We would like to buy the legal cigarettes, right?
Right.
But it's just the fucking taxes just make it prohibitively expensive. Now, if they lowered the fucking taxes down to the black market, we would just go straight back to the fucking legal stuff. No problem.
Yeah, because, like,
and in that way,
it's the same.
The government will be getting their excise because fucking cigarettes are only about like $1 a packet, and they're like, so for $10, you're still getting $9 a packet out of it. Fucking, it'll help fucking reduce stress in cunts, and that'll help fucking help them quit. And then on top of that too, they'll be saving a fuck ton of money because not only will they kill the fucking black market, but they won't be spending the money on all the resources to try and fucking fight the black market as it is. Because that's what they're doing now. They're losing a fuck ton of money, and then they're spending the fuck ton of money that they're not even getting to try and fight the monkeys who are winning hands down because, well, fucking these dumb cunts want to be dumb cunts. So fucking we'll treat them like dumb cunts. And if it sends the country broke, well, that's their fucking fault, not ours.
Let's see. Oops. Shift.
It's as simple as that. If they want to fucking ban it, just fucking ban it. Stop it with these fucking slowly annoying fucking hint, fucking suggest. Oh, we want you to cut down. We want you to cut down even further. Why don't you just say you want me to quit instead of being a fucking giant woman about it?
Right. Farty, I have a really good idea. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Oops. Shift S. Cursor. Oh, shit. Set origin center mass. And then.
But on top of that, too, if you want me to fucking quit smoking, I need to be sedated.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm already fucking pissed off as it is. The last thing I want to do is to go through fucking withdrawal symptoms with my fucking temper. I'll end up only fucking killing someone and going to jail.
Right. Yeah.
So that's another reason why I'm refusing to quit smoking, because I don't want to go through it.
Yeah, because smoking withdrawal sucks, dude.
Well, it makes you fucking angry and fucking irritable and all sorts of shit. And then there's all the bloody, like, it's not bloody fun. Like, it fucks with your guts and all this kind of stuff. Makes you feel queasy and shit. And then you got the whole fucking the mental part of it, where it's like the constant, I just want a cigarette. Just go get a cigarette. Or, have a cigarette. Have a cigarette. Have a cigarette. I've already done this shit on long distance flights. Like, I'll go cold turkey for a long distance flight. You know, so I'll do 28 hours going to fucking London. Not a problem. Not have a cigarette until I get there. Which is always funny too, because when the plane's hitting the gate, I'm already up. Grab me bag. It's already on, and I've got a ciggy hanging out in my fucking mouth. And I'm always getting these funny fucking looks as I'm already getting off the plane. Right. And the first time I got into Los Angeles, I was doing that, and I got through customs and all that, and I'm fucking bolting, like I'm fucking power walking through the terminal to get to the outside so I can light it. And I've already got the ciggy hanging out my mouth. And I walked past 2 airport coppers, and one of them's going, "No smoking in here." And I went, "Is it lit, dickhead?" And I kept walking.
Oh, that's great. But
you get some funny comments, like, you know, you'll be standing there already prepared to go because, like, well, fucking, like, unlike everybody else, why fucking, you know, sit there and wait to be told to get up and get your bags and all this kind of shit? You know, I'm already organised to get off the fucking plane before everybody else is. Yeah. And then you go past the flight attendant who's like, "Oh, hanging that bad," or some fucking funny remark or something like that. "Oh, look, this guy's prepared."
Yeah. Let's see, 90 degrees? That looks all right. Yeah, Farty, I got it. I got an idea. Look at that.
That's usually my tradition. It's like I hit a foreign country. I couldn't give two fucking flying fucks until I get out of the airport and light me smoke, and I take me first drag. Like, I'm in another country.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way to do it, Farty.
Yeah. Works for me.
Right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do clipping. I don't actually need to do clipping. All I need to do is this. And then I can do this. This. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. I'm doing it, Farty. I'm doing a thing. Oh shit. This. Oops. Shit. Shit. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do, Farty?
You did the thing.
I did the thing. I did, didn't I? Oops. Ah. There it is. And then there. And then there. And there.
Oh, what a cunt.
What did I do now?
The fucking Meghan Markle slutbag fuck.
Oh.
So there's another thing about reconciliation that they were giving a shit about. Oh, she's not going to reconcile with her father, and someone's posted on Twitter. So if I've read this correctly, Meghan Markle wrote a letter to her dad, who's just had his leg amputated, to explain her reasons for not reconciling. If that's not reaching out, I'd hate to see her in a bad mood.
Oh God. Yeah.
I can imagine what she's like in a fucking bad mood, because apparently, right, there was this one event where Catherine fucking they sort of deemed it as like her like presentation to the public. This is well after she'd been married to William for like several years and shit like that. And I think it was only like last year or the year before, but there was this one event where she came out and she just looked so fucking stunning. It wasn't funny. Like, they really fucking polished her up for that one. And fucking hell, she looked good. So much so, right? Apparently, fucking Harry, the cunt of Monty Shit Show, fucking the Count of Montecito, the cunt of Monty Shit Show. He saw it on the phone and he's gone, wow, like that. And that pissed Megan off to the point that she had to go outside to the back of the fucking vineyard and scream her fucking ass off for about an hour.
Yeah.
That was leaked from the staff.
Was it really? Wow.
Yeah, because of course there was always this rumor back in the day before fucking Harry got married to Meghan that fucking there was some weird menage a trois going on with William and Kate. Because Harry and Kate used to be really close. Like, yeah, really close. And if you didn't know what you were looking at, you probably thought, well, fucking Kate's married to Harry instead of William. Yeah. But since fucking Meghan came on the scene, they've all had fallings out and stuff like that. Yeah.
What do you think, Farty?
Which is funny too, because Meghan reckons that she's fucking the Disney princess and all this kind of stuff, whereas Kate's the one that's done the right job the whole fucking time. Yeah. It's like Meghan's the cheap imitation.
You like this, Farty?
Are they wings or props?
Wings.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Not bad, right? Let's add another one. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm gonna do it, Farty. Whoop. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. There. It's finalized. RZ. I want to bring it around about here. About there. So, like, here's the front.
Yeah.
RZ, or maybe about here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we got it. That's one beautiful looking wingamajig. Let's go ahead. And...
Surfshark. No, it's not an ad.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah, the ads on YouTube, like fucking Paul Joseph Watson funnily enough, he's the only sane cunt from fucking InfoWars to come out of the joint. But every time he does his fucking little advert endorsements, it always seems it's a fucking scam. So he's done that fucking Scottish fucking bloody thing, which was a scam, and then there was Kid knives were a scam, and then fucking a whole bunch of other shit. And now he's actually doing a reputable fucking soap company's fucking ad, and I'm thinking about calling him up and saying, "Hey, you're sponsoring Paul Joseph Watson. I'd fucking, basically fucking treat that cunt like a pariah because everything else he's done has been a scam. So fucking everyone's just gonna take one look at your product and think it's a scam if he's fucking spruiking it.
Yeah,
just to be an asshole and fuck up his revenue."
Oh my god, Farty, you're
But also
fucking,
too, it shits
terrible.
me that I'm paying for fucking YouTube Premium, and then I've got to put up with the fucking YouTubers themselves chucking fucking ads in. So if I can fucking make all the sponsors fuck off and they can't have their ads and they can't put their ads on, then I can actually have this thing back without no ads.
There you go. I'm gonna be very, very coded when I say that I don't see ads on YouTube.
No, these are like the idiots who fucking like on their own videos where they'll sponsor it, and they're like, that shits me too when they fucking they make the segue so fucking slight that you think that they're fucking still talking about the subject, and then you get halfway through the ad, and you're like, hang on, what's this got to do with the price of a fucking bag of fish, you fuckwit?
Right.
Oh, this is a fucking ad, you prick. And you even see like a little fucking scroll bar down the bottom that they've added to like show the ads. Like, I fucking didn't even notice that. You fucking dirty cunt. I didn't even want to see the ads. Thankfully, YouTube's put a little bug in the fucking scroll bar down the bottom so that like you can just skip to where the end of the ad is.
So I don't see sponsor spots. I don't see ads. And I'm not telling anyone to do this, but I use an ad block and I use a sponsor block.
I should try the sponsor block, see what that does, because I don't think YouTube would give a fuck about sponsor blocks. Instead, you're still getting their ad revenue. Right. They couldn't care less about the YouTubers.
Yeah, fuck the YouTubers. Like, they're getting money from fucking Jimmy Kimmel and shit.
Yeah. Or a million fuck-ton plethora of fucking AI videos that are just nonsense.
Right. Oh man, that's looking fucking beautiful, I think. And scale that. Oops. Top.
It's not it.
There it is. Okay. Oh, this, right. All transforms. All transforms. All transforms. And then
weirdly, the shop hasn't hit me with Simic yet, too. So
still, wow,
yeah,
that's gonna be a real fucking hard hit when it happens.
Yeah, I know. Wondering why. Because it's usually consistent. Like fucking the shock usually hits me after a couple of days.
Right.
Which is really good on my end because it usually means I can deal with the fucking incident and then fucking worry about it a couple of days later.
Oh shit, Farty. What do you think, dude?
Yeah.
That's looking pretty fucking. It's looking pretty decent. I think I want to put something in the center here, though. Something not necessarily unifying, but looks like. Okay, how do I say that? Something that holds it together, but doesn't necessarily have the same profile as everything else.
Ooh, hang on. Let me, why not? Aerodynamic cowls. Hang on. Fucking come on, where is a good picture, motherfucker? Nice, that one. You marshes. Oh, show me a closer fucking view, you stupid poofter cunt. Here we go, that'll do. Okay, wait, one. Sharing the videos.
Alright, hang on. Let me do this shape real quick. Grab Y. Z. Front. Oh, there was another thing I forgot to show you, Farty. I'll show you in a second here. What do you think? Does that look like a decent enough mount for the front weaponry?
Yeah. Here, share the screen real quick.
Yep. I just wanted to finish that shape real quick. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, okay.
So like that.
Yeah, like a canard almost.
Well, that's the fairing that runs the worm gear for the flaps and shit like that. But like you could have like one on each corner or one fucking at the poles, like north, south, east, west, fucking whichever way you want to work. Just to break up that detail, bit of greebling.
Yeah. So what I'll do is scale X, scale Z. I need to join these two these two things in the center. So,
you'd probably make them secondary weapon stations, like rocket batteries or something like that, missile batteries.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second.
One.
Dude, I can't believe we've been going 3 hours. Holy shit. That's crazy. When was the last time we went longer than an hour or two? I know we did 2 hours last week.
Yeah, last week.
But when was the last time we went like... Because I remember we did a 4-hour stream once. It wasn't that long ago. I don't remember.
God, I remember the fucking marathon buddy streams we used to do with Dodge.
Oh yeah, you guys were just a whole different fucking... Oh shit, I royally fucked that up.
I used to fucking love that, and sort of like...
Oh yeah.
You'd be on air and then you get off and then you go do something, you come back, every cunt's still on, so you just rejoin him again and continue the conversation.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Move on to something entirely different, but then you just like fuck around.
Or you're bored and you've seen something and you say, hey, Dodge, want to do a show? Yeah, why not? Fucking hang on, give me a minute.
Yeah. I miss Dodge, man. I think all of us do. Fun fact, I still have access to Red Eye.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know how, but I still have access to Red Eye. Maybe one of these days we'll do a tribute stream.
Yeah, I can keeping up with that too.
Yeah.
So much for them keeping up with that.
Well, it's because...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's because fucking everybody went and just like it was too much to... I think it was just too much for everyone to like emotionally, you know what I mean? Like I think it was just mentally, emotionally just straining to like keep the channel going for Dodge.
It was more, there was, I won't name names, but there was one individual that did have the running of the place. And
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Was rarely around and wasn't that interested in doing a regular show. And I think he's off with somebody else right now. And I'm sort of like, well, what, just keep that up. Partially the reason sort of why I buggered off too. Just like, well, no cunt's doing anything.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Grab Z. scale it even more. So that looks about right. Bring that forward. Bring that back a little bit. And then do that. Do that.
I've got some old tobacco and some janky fucking papers, and let's see how.
That looks like a decent shape, right? That looks okay.
None of this is going to go
right. Yeah, I know, Farty. You're going to do the thing.
The backy is all fucking dry as fuck, and it's crumbly as shit. It's not staying together, so it's effectively a powder that's going everywhere, and then fucking the papers are janky, so probably the fucking adhesive's all fucked up on it, and what's the bet the thing just falls apart when I make it.
Yeah. You're
into the emergency stash.
Edge crease, we'll do 0.6, I think. I'm not a fan of that. Let's go ahead and bevel that out even more. Ah, shit. Fucked it up, Farty. I fucked it up, Farty.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Yep, here we go again.
Here we go again. Wow.
Oops. Wait, what? Oh, okay.
Oh, God, here we go. NASA is launching a satellite to say sorry to the aliens.
Oh,
They're calling it Apollo G.
Fucking fuck. Oh my god, Farty. You just fucking... Yeah, okay. Okay, Farty. You're messing me up here, sir. You're messing me up here. Okay? Okay? I want you to know that. Yeah, piece of garbage. You're just a basket of deplorable today, okay?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not allowed to fucking shoot any bastard, so...
You gotta be, right?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I don't have the fuel to get down to Sydney to take part in the great lynching of 2025.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you really
go
don't
after that next fucking family.
Oh my god. Next time at Farty's family reunion.
Actually.
Oh no.
See, I'm Scottish, right? Fucking I'm from a clan. And shit. A bit over 10 years ago now, there was a supposedly big clan fucking reunion in Australia, and it was down in Melbourne. There's like about 4,000 or 5,000 fucking distant family members and shit.
So,
and they wanted to do this.
What I'm hearing from you, Farty, is that you're a Klansman.
Pretty much, yeah. For want of a better term. But in any case, fucking, it was funny because they wanted to do this fucking big ass book of like, so everyone could put a story in about themselves and all this, explain who they are and about what they're about.
Right.
And they told us that they only wanted like a paragraph. And when we got the book, every cunt else has got like 2 or 3 pages. But the problem is like, fucking so and so was born on such and such a day in a balmy, warm morning of blah 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 blah, and he took his first poo at blah 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 blah, blah and then he made his first noise at da, 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 and he moved his arm the first time, and it was like in great fucking detail because they had nothing in their lives. There's literally the highlights are they were born, they went to a blue light disco, met the love of their life, they got married, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then there's my fucking little paragraph is like, fucking joined St. John's ambulance at 8 years old, fucking blah, 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 saved 8 people's lives, fucking spent 6 years in the RFS and spent 6 years in the army and this, that, and the other thing, blah, 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 blah. Went to fucking this, that, da, 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 da. Yeah, just nothing but fucking action packed and shit in this tiny little compacted little fucking statement. And I think that probably shitted everybody else off more than anything else. And not that we followed the fucking instructions, it's just that like I could fucking make them their entire fucking lives sound fucking insanely fucking useless. And even worse, the same thing with my brother, and he's basically just had his head in a bong since he was 13.
Yeah.
Even his life was more fucking interesting than theirs.
That's crazy. Unfortunately, I've got to call it here. I got to get ready. I got to go out. I got errands to run. Which means,
and I need to go grab another coffee.
Yeah, which means we won't be hanging out after the stream, but we hung out for like 3 hours. So